Bigfoot caught by a drone. Skunk ape seen in a swamp. A creepy doll found all alone in a cemetery, or a family of Bigfoot seen traveling in a snowy field. These are a few of the things we will look at, so stick to the end. Apparently, someone was randomly flying their drone in the forest during winter, and by accident they claim to have captured a really fascinating sight that raises many questions about the existence of Bigfoot. The drone footage appears to show a hairy brown and large creature strolling on two legs, looking very similarly to the well-known description of the Bigfoot. But is it really? The owner claimed to have captured this somewhere rather remote, where people would for sure not walk randomly in a forest, especially not dressed like this. Could it be a clever hoax or a case of misidentification? The video certainly provides food for thought and sparks the imagination of one. It's fascinating to consider the possibility that there may be undiscovered creatures out there waiting to be found. But until there is concrete evidence, the mystery of Bigfoot remains just that, a mystery. What do you think? Is this video proof of Bigfoot's existence, or just another piece in the puzzle? Only time will tell. It seems that the woods will forever have its mysteries. In this footage, another terrifying mystery develops via the lens of a thermal camera in the cryptic depths of the woods. Again, just as in the last clip, the owner claims that this was taken in a remote part of a forest at night, a place and time where you would not expect to see anyone strolling around. The footage shows a massive figure, humanoid yet unearthly, moving in the night with strange elegance. Its size dwarfs that of a mere human. According to its movement, not a normal human would walk in this manner. So, what is it? Do you see how it sways its arms as it runs? I'm grateful for technological advancements that have enabled us to spot this being, but still, its features are strange, and some claimed it to be a monkey wandering in the forest. As far as I know, this was taken somewhere in the United States, and I am pretty sure there are no monkeys wandering around in forests there. Is this just a clever hoax, or does it reveal that there will always be species we do not know of, like the Bigfoot? One cannot help but wonder if the truth is hidden not just in this creature. On June 2001 in the Marble Mountains, Northern California, another chilling mystery unfolds. Jim Mills and his group of hikers captures a spine-tingling encounter that lingers like a haunting question mark. Off the trail, they first discover a makeshift hut that appeared to be constructed from small trees and large branches. Then, the hikers spot what looks like a creature in the distance on the hill above them. The creature can be seen pacing back and forth and seems to be watching the hikers. On a closer view, one can see that this is a tall bipedal creature and definitely not of human form. The elusive figure skulking along a distant ridge seems to not be deterred by their gazes. This creature, as strange as it looks, blurs the lines between myth and reality. Is this a mere play of light and shadows, or a fleeting encounter with a creature that defies categorization? This guy was out in a snowy location, and he seems to be looking for something. As the recording continues and he consistently scans the area, an unsettling appearance discloses itself. A white creature appears out of nowhere, startling him. We only get a slight sight of it, possibly because the person filming must have dropped their phone after seeing it. But we do get a decent look at it. It seems to have the shape of the head of a goat. It has glowing eyes and does not move as it meets face to face with the recorder of this video. Could this guy be in the presence of an otherworldly creature, perhaps an alien, or, in a more sinister case, a shape-shifting skinwalker? This next video adds to the mystery of the woods and the Bigfoot. Some guys were hiking in a forest and they started hearing grunts in the forest, so they got ready for an animal, while at the same time still wanting to film it. This is what they caught. This video captures a mysterious creature wandering amidst the trees in the woods, covered in thick black fur. What makes it chilling is the size of this entity. If I would approximate its height, it looks to be 7 to 8 foot tall. Is it a new species, or perhaps something long thought to be extinct? Or, to be more exact, could this be Bigfoot? What do you think? Is it fake? A person in a really well-made Bigfoot costume, or is it authentic? You know what's more chilling than Bigfoots strolling in a forest next to you? A creature stalking you in the woods. In this next video, we see a man walking around the woods as he is recording. But things are off. In a distant tree, right in front of him, we see a creature stalking him behind a tree. The video is a little bit shaky and we cannot fully distinguish its facial features, and only its upper body can be seen, which appears as if to be covered in an oversized hoodie. To me, I think it could be a bear peeping at him, but it would be weird. Personally, I have never seen such a timid bear. Why it isn't chasing or threatening the man. Truth be told, I would prefer Bigfoot stalking me. At least they don't eat you alive like bears do. I don't know what to consider interesting in this video. This guy not panicking, or the creature. Away from land sightings, this freaky clip sent by Ruth Muldong, a TikToker who encounters an uncanny presence in the water. What appears to be a routine swim takes a frightening turn. An unsettling twist occurs as she goes beneath the surface. Pay close attention. An unearthly black pair of legs appears behind her, a weird trespass into her underwater environment. What's even more weird is as she goes back above the water, suddenly, the shadowy legs are nowhere to be found. The clip leaves a frightening aftertaste, raising troubling issues about the line between reality and the unknown. Could this be a restless spirit of someone who lost their life? This video just shows that even a relaxing thing, such as taking a swim in a place you'd consider safe and relaxing, can still turn into a haunting experience. This scary video shows someone recording while walking down in the sewers for reasons I don't know. Sewers are known to be home to lurking animals such as alligators, so it is for sure a place you would not want to find yourself into. As he looks through a dark turning, a pair of glowing eyes seem to pop out of the corner and then back. The creature behind the corner does that a few times, and I have no idea why this guy did not start running right away. We can all agree that the nature of the eyes clearly show that they cannot be of a human. Adding to the mystery, the person recording walks towards the corner only to reveal that there is no one there, and the time he takes could not allow anyone to run all this distance and hide. I really applaud the person recording for his sheer bravery, but condemn them for the risks they put themselves into for no reason at the same time. But the question remains, exactly what was hiding behind that corner? The first thought I had was of the rake, as it does seem similar to me a bit. Rakes are cryptids known to have glowing eyes and are prone to stalking humans out in the darkness. Could it be a rake or another mystery? Seems like forests are not the safest places to be even during the day. In this video, someone seems to have noticed a weird bipedal creature lurking in the woods and starts recording. In the video, we see an ape-like creature roaming around the forest as if it was looking for something. Some people claim to have seen the skunk ape in the forests and marshes of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. and it is often characterized as an ape-like monster with black hair covering its body, standing 5-7 feet tall. It is sometimes compared to Bigfoot. So, could this be just another sighting of the mysterious skunk ape? Going back to the sewers, this next video will leave you chilled. In this one, some teens were lured by strange noises coming from a nearby sewer tunnel. Out of curiosity, one of them decided to check out what the source of the noise could be. But things don't go as he expects. As he goes deeper into the sewers, the noise becomes louder and closer, and this really seems to startle him. Then suddenly, out of dark, a strange creature comes out screaming eerily.
What the hell?
The boy is scared to the bones, and he turns in the other direction, fleeing to safety. He manages to get back to the clear and safe ground outside the sewers, but perhaps forever scarred by that encounter. What could have been that creature? There is no clear conclusion to its shape. It looks like just a creature with an elongated head and really long legs, with glowing eyes. Its screams seemed animalistic in nature, nowhere close to those of a human. Could it be some sort of animal who made the sewers its hiding spot? Or was that a cryptid waiting for a prey? The video starts with a man explaining that they have been encountering an unwanted creature around their fence, in a nearby forest. He explains that this has happened for quite some time now.
I don't know if you could see past this, but so behind this where I'm pointing right now, there's a forest back there, and it's a pretty big forest. It's a state park.
But just as he is explaining that, in the middle of his monologue, something unexpected happens.
And did you just hear that?
In a distance, the supposed creature makes a very shrilling sound, none like we've heard before, and definitely not even close to a familiar animal sound.
That was it. Oh.
Could it be some weird mountain lion or hog sounds that come out as a little bit more creepy? Or could it be a skinwalker? Let us know in the comments. In another video, Bigfoot may have been spotted yet again in Yellowstone National Park, this time in the company of some bison, which are not aware of the strange activities in their presence. The blurry video, which was posted by YouTube user Mary Greeley and later targeted by Bigfoot hunters, claims to show not one, but 4 Bigfoots stumbling through the woods. Well, if we analyze the video closely, despite it being hazy, the Bigfoots can be seen portrayed in a shadowy form. The 4 of them are initially visible, but for an unknown reason, 3 of them vanished behind a tree. From the distance we see them, we can certainly state that they must be huge individuals, something you would not want to meet face to face, especially since it seems to travel in a pack. These things would tear you apart by sheer force. But if there are so many of Bigfoot out there, how come we have not caught one by now? This next video involves a place we would expect to be haunted, a castle. Every castle has its own dark story, and maybe this too, one which lives to this day. This is a drone footage of an English castle, and at first it appears to be a normal recording of a castle. But things get weird the more and closer you look. As seen in the video, a translucent figure seems to be walking in the cabin camera fault, as we clearly see its shape and form, which resembles a human ghost. Castles are known to be a breeding ground for hauntings due to their frequently bloody past, so a sight like this is no wonder. Could this be evidence that we leave together with ghosts, in the same space, but we just can't notice? And what could their intentions be? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Prepare to be terrified by this eerie video that defies explanation. A beekeeper was checking on his bees when spotted a perplexing sight. A goat-like creature emerges slowly from dense vegetation, The physique of this animal is peculiar as it has strange curled horns. As he looks closer, the observer is struck by a chilling realization. This is no ordinary animal and is not probably a goat. Every quiver of its head, every slight change of its body contributes to the unsettling mood. This could probably be some kind of prank, or eerily, maybe a creature of the unknown. In this video, a man is recording a bright light in the night sky, but it's not just the light. Around it, in the shape of a triangle, 3 lights seem to turn on and off periodically, as if following a pattern. Even due to the darkness, the lights can be seen in the sky. It seems to be something suspended in the air. Could this maybe be a UFO? It's interesting to note that there have been numerous reports of sightings in recent years. In fact, a new declassified US government report on UFO sightings has revealed hundreds of new cases. The US National Intelligence Office is now aware of 510 reported sightings. While many of these sightings can be attributed to human origins, more than 100 of the encounters remain unexplained. Could this one be yet another one that needs our attention? A video taken by a Mexican woman in an unnamed cemetery in Brazil has gone viral, featuring a terrifying vampire baby doll that appears to follow you with its eyes. The doll, which is dressed in all white and had a bottle of what looks like blood next to it, has racked up hundreds of thousands of views online and has even appeared in Mexican media. People are likening it to the demon doll Chucky from Child's Play, but many feel that this doll is even scarier. Some are saying that the doll must be possessed by the devil, while others believe it to be an advanced-made doll. However, the video is so unnerving that many viewers are left unsure of what to believe. One thing is for sure, this creepy vampire doll has captured the attention of people all over the world. This guy was exploring an abandoned building at night when he has a very scary encounter. As he was approaching one room, he became hesitant for a moment before opening the door. The doors creaked open, revealing a small, cramped space. In the corner, huddled and naked, was a creature that looked like a man. Its appearance was just wild, and its skin was pale and clammy. He turned and ran, his heart pounding in his chest. To me, I think this could be the infamous skinwalker that always appears rather naked. Could it have also been some person in distress, needing assistance? What do you think? The action in this clip is short but rather fascinating. It's filmed at night, so you have to concentrate to catch what is going on. You can see the bobcat sneaking up on the unsuspecting coyote and then crouches in the long grass. Only its shining eyes are visible. The coyote trots into the field, completely oblivious to the waiting feline. When the bobcat strikes, it launches itself at the coyote, who lets out an unworldly scream. The coyote leaves pretty quickly and can be seen farther in the field, as if it is trying to comprehend what had happened. This next video shows an animal that looks a lot like the chupacabra. For those who don't know what this is, the chupacabra, or chupacabras, is a legendary creature in the folklore of parts of the Americas. The name comes from the animal's reported vampirism. The chupacabra is said to attack and drink the blood of livestock, including goats. Physical descriptions of the creature vary. In Puerto Rico and in Latin America, it is generally described as a heavy creature, reptilian and alien, roughly the size of a small bear, and with a row of spines reaching from the neck to the base of the tail. Many people online claim this to be one such creature. But to be honest, I am not sure. Rather, a dog with a skin condition, mistaken to be a cryptid. The ocean holds many secrets, but none as mysterious as the sighting in this footage taken in Israel. A seemingly ordinary video of waves crashing against rocks turns into a haunting experience when a bizarre creature is spotted. The camera is fixated on a rock, and at first, it appears to be a seal. The two men filming saying that to themselves, but on closer inspection, it is something far more unusual. Suddenly, the strange figure turns around, revealing a pale, blurry face, who then crawls towards the back of the rock before jumping into the sea. The two men are astonished by what they witnessed, realizing it was not a seal. If we analyze the video more closely, the mysterious figure does seem to take the form of a mermaid, a mythological creature of the sea. But could this really be a mermaid? Or is it merely a CGI effect? The possibility of this being an optical illusion is not ruled out, but the thought of a mermaid existing in our world is enough to send shivers down one's spine. The ocean is vast and full of secrets, and who knows what else may be lurking in its depths. This trail camera video is rather fascinating. The video shows two wild piglets suckling on their mother. The mama boar is heard grunting while lying on the ground as the piglets are having a feast. Poor mama boar seems to be really tired, perhaps from caring all day for these little guys. It is a remarkable and a rare footage not many trail camera get to catch. This video is from the western woods of Košice, Slovakia. A hiker set off on a 2-week trip through the expansive woods of Košice, suddenly feeling an eerie presence, as if someone or something was tracking his every step. In the video, we can see the hiker walking through the forest while recording his surroundings. After a while, he encounters a large branch-made structure, resembling a wooden hut in the distance. Curious, he approaches the hut and notices signs of habitation, including a roof and an entrance. While recording inside the hut, a strong growling noise comes from outside, causing fear to grip him. He quickly starts running and finds himself in a dense part of the forest. As he walks further, the hiker once again hears the rustling of trees nearby. The hiker directs the camera toward the source of the sound, revealing a tall figure shaking the trees intensely. The being locks eyes with the camera, emitting a terrifying noise. The immense size of the being becomes apparent when compared to the nearby trees. This encounter terrifies the hiker, prompting him to flee. After this horrifying encounter, the hiker promised to never venture into those woods again. Could this be the first genuine sighting of a Bigfoot? Or is it something even more terrifying than that? This video comes from a Facebook user who shared their experience of venturing into an area frequently linked with Bigfoot sightings. The video starts with a view of the deep Canadian woods, accompanied by the heavy breathing of the camera person, indicating their unease. As the camera zooms in on the distant trees, something emerges from the woods, briefly appearing before retreating back into the forest. Let's examine this closely. Upon closer inspection, we can see a large figure with a thick black coat covering its body, while it could be mistaken for a gorilla or an ape. The distinct way it walks on 2 legs and its posture set it apart from the capabilities of such animals. Additionally, the considerable size of its legs and body is different from that of an ape or gorilla. With those options ruled out, we're left to consider it was a Bigfoot. Seeing a Bigfoot is terrifying on its own, but being chased by one, it's a scenario even the bravest souls would rather avoid. This video originates from Nanowin Rivers Park, Canada. Initially, the footage reveals a frozen, snowy river with the forest at its edge. Then, the camera captures some animal droppings, probably from a deer or buck, nothing extraordinary. The man continues his walk, and after a few steps, he spots a lengthy black hair on the ground. Picking it up, he realizes how thick it is. Soon, the man reaches the forest's edge. Venturing into the woods, the man records the environment and the surrounding trees. After a while, distant sounds catch his attention. Panning the camera towards the source, we catch a glimpse of a fur-covered creature walking casually. However, upon noticing the camera, the creature's demeanor shifts from casual to aggressive. It sprints towards the camera, making the cameraman make a quick decision any sensible person would make. He bolts for his life. Watching this, my advice to you is simple. No footage is worth more than your safety. If you ever encounter such a creature, just run. Encountering a real-life mermaid may be the dream of many kids, but the reality might not match expectations. This video captures a mysterious scene on an unidentified shore, where scientists covered in protective gear gather around an unknown aquatic creature. Two individuals are also seen standing next to a stretcher. Scientists then carefully lift the creature onto a stretcher, revealing its fish-like tail. However, the atmosphere takes an eerie turn when the scientists move, and we can see the creature's human-like upper body attached to the tail. The being resembles a mermaid, and the scientists transport it away on the stretcher. A number of confusing aspects arise from this scene. Why are scientists wearing such protective suits? Why have they sealed off the area? And why the secrecy surrounding the mermaid-like creature? The questions remain unanswered. In this video, shared by a TikTok user, he explains that he began recording when he heard a noise outside his house. The video shows the man using a flashlight to have a look at nearby bushes, trying to figure out what caused the sound. Suddenly, a rock is thrown from behind him. Startled, the man turns to the direction of the rock and spots two glowing eyes in the distance, lurking in the darkness. Frightened, he quickly leaves the area. The eyes appear very alive and eerie, and they seem to be staring directly at the camera. While it could be an animal, the fact that someone threw a rock raises suspicions. Animals don't usually do that. This video was captured by a wildlife camera intended to record the activities inside a bird's nest. However, it ended up capturing something quite different. While the camera was focused on the nest and the young birds, it also captured a mysterious presence. This dark figure was spotted moving beneath the nest. The video's focus remains on the nest, making it hard to make out the details of this entity. Yet, upon zooming in, we can observe that the creature is entirely black and seems to have a human-like shape, particularly in how it moves. Some viewers of this clip suggest it might be an ape, which is a possibility. However, there are also those who believe it could be the legendary Bigfoot. What's your take on this? The homeowner noticed strange noises coming from the back of the house, which were captured by the security camera. The video captures a chilling, distant scream of a creature. Later, another camera records the same eerie scream coming from the darkness. It could very well be a mountain lion or some other wild animal. But what's unsettling for me is the terrifying rumbling within those screams. The feeling they evoke is like the calls of a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are creatures that only emerge at night and are known for making such cries to communicate with their companions. Whether it was a mountain lion or a skinwalker, it's best for the homeowner to avoid any encounters, especially during the night. Trail cameras are truly fascinating, as they capture animal encounters that would otherwise remain unseen. Yet this particular trail camera has captured something truly strange. In the video, we can see a dense forest. After a few moments, a strange humanoid figure materializes seemingly out of thin air and then swiftly disappears behind a tree. The video's quality is low, making it hard for me to make out the figure's features, but its shape appears human-like. Also, the way it walks also resembles human movement, but its towering height stands out against the surrounding trees. According to the person who uploaded the video, this forest is rumored to be haunted by the spirit of a hunter who once roamed these grounds. Could this be the hunter's spirit revisiting his territory? Or could it be something far more unsettling? The forest can be scary due to fierce predators like lions and cheetahs, but the ocean has its own dangers. In this drone-captured video, we witness a dramatic shark attack on a fishing boat. The shark spots two fishermen aboard, drawn by the scent of the recently caught fish. Approaching the boat with the hope of a meal, the shark first targets the boat's propellers, attempting to take a bite. It repeats its attacks on the propellers, seemingly determined. However, the thing that surprised me is that one of the fishermen leans down to offer a high five to the shark, even as the predator eyes them as potential prey. After several attempts, the shark eventually swims away. This encounter is both captivating and scary, making us wonder what could have happened if the shark decided to lunge at the man reaching out for a high five. The forest is a haven for adventure enthusiasts like myself, offering stunning nature and captivating animals. However, the thrill can turn into unease when something strange fixates its gaze on you from behind a fallen tree. In this video, the man captures an enigmatic creature observing him. This creature casually pokes its head out and curiously peeks at the cameraman. Upon zooming in, we can see the creature's round head, two dark empty eyes, and a nose that's not entirely clear due to the video's low quality. The creature seems rather small, likely a baby. But why is this baby like being so intently watching the cameraman? The eerie feeling of being observed is unsettling, especially when we don't know what this creature really is. If any of you have an idea, feel free to share in the comments below. Living in the countryside offers fascinating experiences, especially with cute and beautiful wildlife encounters. In these security camera videos, we witness a group of foxes gathering outside a house. One of them spots a mouse and they all chase it, eventually catching and carrying it away. Another video from the same area captures a grizzly bear strolling casually on a driveway. There's also a smaller bear, probably a cub, relaxing under a car. The cub moves around beneath the car and eventually comes out. In another video from this neighborhood, the grizzly bear is seen searching for food. It walks right up to the camera, even attempting to eat it before realizing it's not edible and simply sits in front of it. These interactions with animals are charming and captivating, but if you happen to find yourself outside at night with these hungry creatures around, you might end up becoming their next meal. This video is from India, where a group of friends came across a very strange creature while driving home. Right from the start, we can see a strange creature on the road ahead. This creature looks quite frightening, and its gaze is fixed directly on the camera. Its eyes shine as the camera's flash hits them, and its face seems to have a beard, but it has no hair on its head. What's really unsettling is that it's on all fours, yet it appears to be bent backward like a human. It's possible that these guys recording the video are doing a prank, but the fear in their voices seems very real to me. As the creature starts moving towards them, the camera person quickly runs away from the scene. Could it be a prank? Or was it truly a terrifying being captured on camera? I don't understand why adventure enthusiasts enjoy exploring forests late at night. This video is from such adventure seekers who are exploring a forest with flashlights. While they search for something interesting at night, they come across an abandoned sewage hole up ahead. They shine their flashlights towards the hole, revealing something strange and creepy in the distance. Hunched over in front of the metal blockage, this odd creature moves slowly, and after spotting the camera, it attempts to walk towards it. Adding to the mystery, there's a black cat just sitting and observing this creature's actions. When we get a close-up view of the creature, it appears to have a humanoid body shape, but its appearance is quite unusual. Seeing this strange being approach them, the explorers quickly flee from the scene. The creature's slow movements make it resemble a cryptid zombie. However, whatever it is, I'm truly impressed by the bravery of that cat. Here's another video from an Indian road where two motorcyclists are out for a night ride and come across something unsettling. As they ride along, their motorcycle's headlight reveals a cryptid figure that resembles a human, walking casually on the road. The figure stops and turns to look at them, as the motorcycle's light and noise catch its attention. Scarred for life, the other motorcyclist urges their companion to keep moving and leave the area. The creature appears to be human, but its entirely white appearance raises questions. While it's possible that it could be a person dressed in all white clothing, the mystery remains as to why someone would be on a dark road at this time of night. We all enjoy watching birds gracefully soaring in the sky, symbolizing freedom and the beauty of life. However, this video captures something that is far away from that sense of freedom. In the footage, a distant figure can be seen flying high above in the sky. At first glance, it might be mistaken for a bird, specifically a crow flying at such heights. But as the camera zooms in on the figure, it becomes clear that it's not a bird. Instead, it resembles a human form. Taking a closer look, one can distinguish the figure's separated legs and arms, although the distance prevents us from seeing detailed features. From this point, it appears to have a humanoid shape. What are your thoughts? Could it be a bird or maybe a real-life Superman? A group of tourists decided to go on a trip to the Florida forest to enjoy its natural beauty, and they stumbled upon something truly captivating. In this video, we see a group of tourists holding a camera, eagerly waiting for something to appear. And there it is, the center of their attention. A massive alligator named Hunchback. This giant alligator looks like a real-life dinosaur, with its immense size and of course its hunched back that earned it the name Hunchback. What's intriguing is that even though this alligator doesn't seem hungry and calmly walks by the tourists, I can't help but wonder why these tourists are so casually taking pictures of it without fearing for their safety. They're quite fortunate that this creature wasn't in a mood for hunting, especially those folks who are lying down and snapping pictures. This video comes from a hiking group that was exploring the Canadian Mount Robeson and had a truly captivating bear encounter. In the video, we witness a bear rapidly approaching, and a man in the group calmly moves to a safer distance from the charging bear. However, as the bear rushes past them, it becomes clear that there's another group nearby, and the bear is headed straight towards them. The girl who's recording the video shouts to the other group, advising them to stay calm and avoid running.
Don't run!
The members of the second group start screaming to try and scare the bear away. But unfortunately, one person gets scared and starts running. The bear, now in chase mode, goes after that person. It's a bit surprising how casual the girl recording the video and her companions are about the encounter. They even laugh about it. Nonetheless, I'm genuinely concerned about the person who got chased by the bear. A group of university students decided to conduct an interesting experiment in the heart of the forest. They placed a mirror to observe how certain animals would react when they encountered their own reflections. Using a trail camera, they managed to capture an incredible interaction involving a bear and its own mirror image. In the video, a grizzly bear comes across the mirror and sniffs around it, clearly curious about this unfamiliar object. As the bear shifts its head slightly, it catches a glimpse of its own reflection in the mirror. Initially surprised, the bear hesitates, seemingly puzzled by the presence of another bear before it. The grizzly bear then cautiously attempts to approach its reflection, but encounters an unexpected barrier: the mirror itself. After a moment, it stands on its hind legs, perhaps trying to gain a better perspective. It alternates between standing on two legs and returning to all fours, seemingly uncertain about what it's seeing. As the video progresses, the bear takes a few steps away, only to return for another encounter with its mirror image. Eventually, it decides to leave the scene. This encounter between the bear and its mirror reflection is truly a remarkable and rare moment captured by the camera. At the beginning of the video, we can spot a mama bear along with her two cute cubs taking a casual walk. The person behind the camera seems quite composed throughout the scene. The person recording the video finds the bear cubs undeniably adorable. It almost seems as if the mama bear is proudly presenting her new cubs to the man, showcasing their beauty. The mama bear and her little ones hang out on the porch for a while, and then they eventually depart. It's indeed a heartwarming interaction between a bear family and a human. However, it's worth noting that the man recording the video was standing rather close to the mama bear. If she had misunderstood his intentions and felt her cubs were in danger, the situation could have taken a different turn entirely for the man. This person was enjoying the sun and the beautiful view of nature in a forest. However, little did they know that they weren't alone in savoring the view. In the video, we can see a large bear-like creature lurking in the woods at a distance. However, as the camera zoomed in, it became evident that this creature was not a bear at all. It had a significant size and was covered in a thick, dark brown fur. While some might speculate that it could be an orangutan due to the brown fur, it's crucial to emphasize that orangutans are typically not as large as the creature depicted in the video. The person who posted the video also mentioned that they initially thought it was a bear, but it continued to lurk even as they recorded from the bushes. It's eerie to think that this creature seemed to have its sights set on them, even when they were trying to hide. What do you think this mysterious creature could be? Could it be the legendary Bigfoot? Have you ever thought about scary things that could happen on a highway at night? But I bet seeing a skinwalker was not on that list. This video comes from a highway camera, and at first everything seems normal with traffic flowing as usual. Then, from the side of the road, a creature appears, running and leaping over the road fence to cross the highway. It happens so quickly, and it jumps like a deer. You might think, could it be a deer? But no. When we zoom in on this and slow the video down, we can make out this creature's eerie features. It looks like a humanoid creature that is hunched up and walking on all fours. The quality of the video is low, but I can see its body, which has no fur, just naked skin. All these appearances of this creature make me think that it was, after all, a skinwalker. Imagine you're out hiking with your dog, enjoying the great outdoors, when suddenly you realize you're not alone. In this video, a person is on a hike with their faithful dog. Everything seems fine until the dog starts acting strangely. becoming agitated and then sprinting towards the trees as if sensing danger. As the dog ventures into the wooded area to investigate, it encounters something that terrifies it, causing it to rush back to its owner in fear. The man, understandably concerned, zooms in with his camera to get a closer look at what startled his dog. To his astonishment, he captures a tall, dark figure moving through the woods. Deciding it's best to head back home, the man returns to the safety of his house. But the unsettling part of this encounter is that he soon records the same ominous black figure lurking outside his home. It's as though this shadowy presence is relentlessly following him, stalking him from the shadows. In this trail camera set up by a biologist to study deer, something quite unusual was captured. In the video, a large black furry figure is seen standing at a distance. This strange creature appears to be hiding itself, possibly from the trail camera, by lurking behind the trees. As it cautiously approaches the camera, we can observe its entire head covered with a dense layer of fur, and it becomes evident how broad its body frame is. Unfortunately, due to the low video quality, we're unable to see any facial features clearly. However, the colossal size, thick fur, and peculiar head shape have led some to speculate that it could be a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. Regardless of what it might be, one thing is for sure, encountering such a scary presence during a hiking adventure is something most would prefer to avoid. This video was originally posted on TikTok by a user participating in a popular TikTok dance trend. However, it wasn't the dance itself that grabbed viewers' attention. It was something else. In the video, we see the user standing on a kitchen counter, enthusiastically performing the dance trend. She was home alone during this recording, and she completed the dance before the video ends. Did you catch it? Let's rewind the video and direct our attention to the doorway in the background. There, you can spot a figure passing by the doorway, and its silhouette resembles that of a human. At first glance, it might seem like a person due to the dim lighting, but as I mentioned, the user was alone in the house at the time. What's even more intriguing is that this figure appears transparent, almost like a spirit. Could it be that this enigmatic entity took an interest in the girl's TikTok dance? Who knows? This video, posted on TikTok by a user named Kitty, gained more than 5.6 million views, but not for a good reason. In this nanny cam footage, we get a glimpse of a living room with a baby high chair and 2 dolls in it. Right from the start, we see that the baby high chair is rocking on its own. The owners, who were in the garden at the time, noticed this unusual activity on the nanny cam app. Concerned, the husband hurried inside to investigate. He enters the living room, holding a wooden object. As he walks towards the high chair, he notices something unusual and abruptly stops. He cautiously approaches the chair, closely inspecting it. He even uses the wooden piece to check if there's anything behind the chair. Finding nothing, he stands there for a moment and performs one more check. However, as soon as he finishes and steps back, the little high chair begins rocking on its own again. Witnessing this, the husband quickly runs off, shouting his wife's name. The couple has also shared several other haunted videos from their house on their TikTok account. What do you think it was? Could there be a child ghost inside those dolls? Footage of what seems to be a desert monster captured in a Portuguese desert was shared on Reddit by a user named Mark64. In the video, we witness a long humanoid creature walking on its 2 long and slender legs. After a few steps, it disappears behind the bush, and the video abruptly ends. Many viewers have speculated about the identity of this creature. Some suggest it could be the chupacabra, as chupacabras are typically described as lizard-like creatures with bare skin. However, chupacabras aren't known for walking on their hind legs. and this creature in the video moves much like a human, with long arms adding to the mystery. Another intriguing possibility is that it could be a new species of desert Bigfoot, albeit one without fur. What are your thoughts on this mysterious sighting? Bears are generally known as fierce and wild predators, but there are moments when they display remarkable cuteness and heartwarming behavior. This particular couple captured a video during their journey in which they encountered a brown bear on the road. As the car passed by the bear, you could hear the man holding the camera gasping. It seemed like a mix of fear and excitement. However, as the car continued past the bear, something extraordinary happened.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The bear waved at them. This unexpected and adorable wave left the passengers utterly shocked and amazed. The person who had been gasping initially had a complete change of perspective about these wild animals. In my opinion, the bear might have just been hungry and was playfully asking if there were any snacks inside the car that it could borrow. This intriguing video was posted by a Redditor named Elite Wizard, who claimed to have captured something truly bizarre on his camera. In the footage, the uploader is seen busy cleaning his truck when a mysterious figure suddenly appears in the distance. This enigmatic figure swiftly sprints towards the car parked next to the uploader's vehicle, eventually disappearing beneath his car. What's truly unsettling is that throughout this entire encounter, the uploader remains completely unaware of this mysterious presence. This fast, wild, and shadowy figure defies easy description, as it appears to be a blend of both a spiritual and physical entity. Whatever it may be, one can only hope that they never have to encounter it ever in their life. This video was captured by a forest ranger during a routine check of the area. While on patrol, they noticed something unusual in the distance. The footage shows an unidentified creature that bears a striking resemblance to Bigfoot, casually strolling among the trees as if it were going about its daily activities. Upon closer examination, one can discern the creature's enormous size and long arms. The way it swings its massive arms while walking adds to its resemblance to Bigfoot. Moreover, it appears to be covered in a thick coat and has a head that resembles that of a human. While some viewers remain skeptical, this video has been considered authentic by a few individuals who have conducted in-depth analyses of the footage. It remains a subject of curiosity and debate among those who have seen it. What are your thoughts on it? Have you ever had an encounter with an animal that just seemed off or stared at you for an unusually long time? If so, you might have been spotted by a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are predators known for their ability to possess or disguise themselves as animals. In this video, recorded by a group of friends, they heard strange noises coming from the woods. As they ventured deeper into the forest in search of the source, the person holding the camera noted that a deer had been following them and watching them for a considerable period.
I feel like that deer is following us. I can hear it in the woods.
However, things took a chilling turn when they heard a loud, piercing scream from somewhere nearby.
There's a light back there. Yep.
This scream served as a signal for them to start running, and they all made a dash back. The unnerving part is that the screeching noise seemed to pursue them, almost as if it were chasing them. The combination of the lurking and stalking deer, the strange noises, and the pursuit made me believe that they might have encountered a skinwalker. Fortunately, they managed to escape before anything more bad could occur. This video was shared on TikTok by a user named Laney and Ben. The family had been experiencing paranormal activities in their home, prompting them to set up a camera in their living room to capture any unusual occurrences. In the video, we can see that they indeed recorded some unsettling events. A picture frame mysteriously falls from the shelf on its own, and after some time, a cat scratch post also drops to the ground without any apparent cause. When the homeowner returns and notices these incidents, they record a video to provide their explanation. The homeowner asserts that when he was away, both the scratch post and the picture frame were in their proper places. However, as he speaks, something catches his attention in the corner of his eye, and he claims to have seen a person sitting on the sofa.
What was that? I swear I just saw a person sat on that sofa right next to that frame that fell.
From the footage in the living room, it's evident that something paranormal might be happening in the house. Many viewers might agree that it's time for the owner to consider leaving the place as soon as possible. A homeowner heard faint screeching noises coming from his backyard and quickly woke up to investigate. He grabbed his camera and began recording. In the video, we witness the homeowner recording something in the darkness, with him and his son conversing about a mysterious figure hunched or crouched in the shadows.
There's something like
crouching down there.
Due to the low video quality and the darkness, the figure is not clearly visible. However, the suspense escalates when the homeowner asks his son to turn on the light. At that moment, the creature comes into view. It appears to be a humanoid figure, devoid of any fur on its body. As the homeowner taps on the window to get its attention, the creature suddenly springs away into the darkness. Based on what can be discerned, it resembles a strange human-like creature, perhaps resembling a skinwalker. However, its true identity remains a mystery. If you have any ideas about what it could be, feel free to comment below and let others know. This clip was shared by a Reddit user named Rymonate, who claimed to have captured a spirit in their house. In the video, we are given a view of a storage room, and suddenly a ghostly figure emerges from one room and enters another. This dark figure appears to have a humanoid shape and seems to be floating. The eerie part of the encounter was that after this translucent figure moves through the doorway leading to the hall, it triggers the alarm. The homeowner wakes up, finding nothing unusual, but upon reviewing the video, they realize that their house might be haunted. It appears to be a paranormal encounter captured on camera, suggesting a supernatural presence within their home. What are your views on this translucent entity? This video was recorded by a biker who was testing out his new bike and gear. However, the video seems to have captured something extraordinary: the legendary Slender Man. In the footage, we can see a tall figure slowly walking in a distance across a field. This person appears to be extremely tall, with unusually long legs, reminiscent of the Slender Man's distinctive appearance. Slender Man is also known for having a faceless visage, but due to the video's long-distance shot, we cannot discern any facial features. The mysterious entity is casually strolling, seemingly minding its own business. Initially, the biker didn't notice the Slender Man, but it was only when a passing driver alerted him to something in the field that he turned and became aware of its presence. What do you think? Was it the first ever real sighting of a Slender Man? A man was out hiking in the woods when he spotted something in the distance and decided to start recording. In the video, we can see a large, ape-like creature walking among the trees. This creature is covered in thick black fur and appears to be exceptionally large when compared to the tree it's moving near. People who have watched the video have offered various speculations, suggesting it could be a big ape or even a gorilla. However, the hiker who witnessed the creature firsthand and recorded it is convinced that it was none other than the legendary Bigfoot. The fear in the hiker's voice is evident, reflecting the intensity of the moment.
Jesus!
In the end, the true identity of the creature in the video remains a mystery, and it continues to be a subject of debate and intrigue among those who have seen the footage. This video was posted by an unknown Facebook account, claiming to have captured paranormal activities within their house. The uploader became alarmed upon hearing strange noises coming from their kitchen and decided to record it. In the video, you can hear the sheer fear in the uploader's voice.
I hear something in the kitchen.
As they cautiously approach the kitchen to investigate the source of the sounds. As they enter the kitchen, everything appears to be still and normal. However, suddenly, the chair in front of them moves and turns toward them on its own, which is undeniably unsettling. The intensity at which the chair moves suggests that the ghost is aggressive and agitated, which is quite frightening. This paranormal encounter left a lasting impression on the uploader, making them quickly exit their house. What do you think it was? A ghost? Or something else? We've all heard about skinwalkers, but have you ever heard of a bridge walker? This video is of a pedestrian bridge in Kiev, showing a mysterious creature walking beneath it. This creature moves swiftly and confidently, seemingly unafraid of the danger of falling. If it's a human, they must possess extraordinary talent and bravery, as a single mistake could lead to a fatal fall. Also, the bridgewalker coordination appears remarkably precise, suggesting experience in walking below bridges like this. Whether this entity is a human, an ape, or even a cryptid animal, the video is undeniably captivating. It looks incredibly authentic and doesn't appear to be computer-generated. Ultimately, without further evidence or context, it remains an enigmatic and curious sighting that raises more questions than answers. This video captures a scene of a plane flying at a high altitude in the sky. However, shortly thereafter, another object zooms past the plane with remarkable speed. When the video is slowed down, it becomes apparent that this unidentified object is circular in shape and swiftly passes by the plane. The uploader of the video is convinced that they captured the sighting of a genuine, unknown flying object. While it's possible that the object could be one of the Starlink satellites or some other man-made object, the extraordinary speed at which it travels and the stark contrast in velocity when compared to the plane is indeed quite puzzling. UFO sightings often generate speculation and intrigue, and this video adds to the mystery of unidentified aerial phenomena. This video was captured by an explorer who was venturing into abandoned forest huts in Vietnam. While recording one of these huts, which appeared to have been burned from the inside, the explorer decided to zoom in on a window. After zooming in and finding nothing out of the ordinary, the explorer began to zoom back out and was in the process of stopping the video. However, as they were ending the recording, an unsettling cryptid face suddenly appeared on the window. This cryptid's face is particularly eerie because it seems to be staring directly into the camera, giving the impression that it's peering into the viewer's soul. The explorer also didn't seem to notice it there. Encounters like these can be quite unsettling, and one can only hope that the explorer remains safe and unharmed by this cryptid stalker. Many ancient stories suggest the existence of Greek giants in the past, often based on the discovery of large bones. However, these giants are long gone, and you won't find them in today's world. Or will you? There's a video from an unknown part of a Canadian mountain where a man is recording something unusual. In the video, the man tells his friend that there's a person standing on top of the mountain, but his friend doesn't believe him.
There's a person standing there.
No, it's not!
The figure on the mountain is standing very still, and when you look at it from a distance, it appears quite large. Some people might argue that it could be the top of a tree, but the strange thing is that it's all alone. If it were a treetop, you'd expect to see more like it nearby. So what could it be? Was it really a giant that was spotted? You can find thousands of Bigfoot sighting videos on the internet, but most of them are of low quality or taken from a long way off. However, this particular footage was captured in high quality by a hiker who was out recording the beauty of nature. While enjoying the forest sounds, the hiker suddenly heard heavy footsteps approaching from ahead. The video begins with a massive black figure moving closer to the camera. As it comes nearer, we can see that it's covered in thick black fur, and its body and arms are exceptionally large. Eventually, the creature gets very close to the camera, and we get a good look at its eerie and unsettling face. Its facial features seem to be a strange mix of a gorilla and a human, and it appears to be quite angry. Of course, there's always the possibility that this video could be a fake, with someone in a Bigfoot suit. However, the size of the creature is way too huge for a human. Up close, it looks like this Bigfoot-like creature could be around 10 to 12 feet tall. Whatever it was, thank God it didn't notice the hiker. This video comes from Siberia's Baikal Lake, where a group of explorers stumbled upon something truly bizarre trapped in the ice. The video begins as the group's device signals that something is buried beneath the frozen surface.
I got a very strong signal.
They start clearing away the snow with their hands, and as they do, they catch a glimpse of something white encased in the frozen lake. Their curiosity piqued. They continue removing more snow, and as the surface becomes clearer, they reveal what appears to be a face trapped within the ice. However, this is no ordinary face. It bears a striking resemblance to a yeti. Its eyes are hollow, and its facial features are remarkably large. The creature even has pale white skin. In light of this discovery, my advice to the group would be to cover the snow back up, and it's better to leave the creature undisturbed inside the ice. This video surfaced on TikTok and was subsequently reposted. The original uploader claimed to have captured a real sighting of a yeti. The video unfolds with two friends venturing into a forest at night, for God knows why. As they record their exploration, they start hearing rumbling sounds coming from the bushes, and when they turn the camera towards the noise, there's no one to be seen. Moments later, they hear branches cracking again, and the man aims the camera in that direction. But once more, there's nothing there. Paranoia starts to take hold, and they become visibly scared. Then, as the uploader pans the camera around to capture the source of the sound, he unexpectedly spots a figure standing at a distance. He zooms in on the figure, revealing a disturbing and spine-chilling sight. Creature staring directly at the camera with lifeless, unsettling eyes. As the friends notice the creature, it abruptly flees. It was a genuinely eerie encounter, as the expressionless look on the creature's face was incredibly strange, but it was undeniably terrifying. Spotting a monstrous creature like Bigfoot is scary on its own, but when you witness them lurking and darting from the darkness, it takes the creepiness and fear to a whole new level. This video was captured by a man who claims that something was trailing him while he was returning home from a 24/7 store at 1 a.m. In the video, we can clearly see two glowing eyes peering out from the darkness, and they seem to be looking directly at the camera. The person who uploaded the video mentions that these eyes followed him, and he's not sure what to do about it.
It's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do.
Also, these eyes appear to be at a considerable height, ruling out the possibility of them belonging to most forest animals. So, what could this staring entity be? Perhaps the man recording should try offering it an apple to see if he can make a new friend out of it. This video originates from a feeder camera located near the California border. In the footage, we can observe an ape or gorilla-like creature gazing directly at the camera, or possibly trying to access some food from the feeder. After a few moments of this camera stare, the creature moves away. What makes this encounter peculiar is that the camera was positioned about 12 feet above the feeder, yet the ape-like creature appears remarkably close to it. This suggests that the creature must have been at least 10 feet in height. Additionally, the feeder was situated below, and the creature was looking upward, indicating that it was initially aware of the camera's presence. Opinions on this video vary. Some viewers believe it could be a sighting of the legendary Bigfoot, while others speculate that it might simply be a large-sized ape. What are your thoughts on the matter? I don't know what it is with the night hikers, as they always find themselves in creepy forest stalking encounters. This video comes from a night hiker who was out to capture some footage of hedgehogs or foxes in the forest. While scanning the area, he suddenly notices something massive lurking in the distance, seemingly watching him. As he turns the camera towards this figure, it appears to be moving away at first, but then he realizes that it's not retreating. It's actually coming closer, heading straight toward him. Frightened by this, the hiker runs for his life and manages to escape. In a close-up shot, we can see that the figure is a huge black creature with a humanoid appearance. Its body is broad and covered in a black coat. The most spine-chilling detail is its face, which seems to have an unnaturally wide open mouth. The entire encounter was undeniably eerie and quite bizarre. This video, posted on Facebook, is quite old and appears in black and white. The uploader mentioned that it was filmed by his grandfather using black and white camera. In the video, we can see a view of a jungle, and right in front of us, there's a creature resembling Bigfoot walking. This creature is enormous and moves in a posture that's eerily similar to a human. While it might resemble a gorilla or an ape, its sheer size is what makes it truly terrifying. The creature appears to be strolling casually, going about its own business. This footage was captured from a hidden vantage point, and it tracks the creature until it disappears into the woods. One can only imagine that the uploader's grandfather may have known a lot more about these creatures based on this remarkable video alone. The sky is undeniably fascinating, where we occasionally spot unidentified flying objects, strange phenomena, and even mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness one such encounter. It starts with a view of an airplane soaring through the clear sky, and then something extraordinary happens. An unidentified object or entity approaches from the front and swiftly darts past the plane, narrowly avoiding a collision. Upon closer inspection and zooming in on the object, it becomes clear that this is unlike any bird or familiar flying creature we know. It has a plate-like lower body with a round top, resembling a housing for a pilot, much like what we associate with a typical UFO. Moreover, the object exhibits remarkable speed, and the fact that it came so close to the plane adds an element of fear and terror to the encounter. As for what this flying object might be, it remains a mystery, and interpretations can vary widely. What are your thoughts on it? A Reddit user named Micey3 shared this video and posed a question to the community. What exactly is that mysterious presence in the video, peering back at him from the bushes? In the footage, we can clearly see two luminous eyes lurking from within the dense bushes, fixated on the camera operator. The sight is deeply unsettling because it provides a slight glimpse of this creature's face and head shape, which resembles something akin to a Bigfoot lurking in the shadows. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is the uncertainty of why this creature is staring so intently at the cameraman. Is it hiding itself, waiting for the right moment to run away, or is it contemplating the camera operator as a potential meal? The answer remains shrouded in mystery, leaving room for speculation and imagination. While hiking in the mountains of Turkey, a group of hikers had an unforgettable and terrifying encounter. The video they captured shows them exploring the hills of Mount Kaz, with everything initially seeming calm and relaxed. They were casually talking and enjoying their trek until suddenly one of their friends becomes frightened and urges the others to look at something on the side of a cliff.
Ahmet sakın şu an her yerde çıkabilir, her an çıkabilir. Bu Allah Ömer abi sanda. Bir dakika. Sanda. Nerede? Baba. Yukarıda. Tamam gördüm. Gördüm bir dakika bak. Gördüm.
Boynuzlara bak. Tamam işte.
Ahmet bu boynuzlu şerşapal bu Ahmet. Boynuzlu şerşapal bak.
Büyük boynuzu var.
Burayı koruyan boynuzlu şerşapal bu çok güçlü.
As the camera person turns the camera towards the cliff, they spot two glowing eyes peering down from the top. Upon zooming in, they realize that it's a creature resembling a screwhorn with its distinctive twisted horns. However, what makes this sighting exceptionally creepy are the eyes. They don't resemble the eyes of a screwhorn or any other typical animal. Instead, they appear soulless and strangely human-like. Speculations arise, with some suggesting that this might be a skinwalker in disguise, taking on the form of a screwhorn to conceal its true nature. In this video, a forest enthusiast is out on a typical forest hike adventure when he spots an animal in the distance that he initially assumes is a black bear. He begins recording the animal, but things take a strange turn. As he zooms in with his camera, the creature starts to appear less and less like a bear. Instead, it exhibits a human-shaped head, and rather than bare paws, it has human-like hands. The creature's overall appearance resembles more of a Bigfoot than that of a bear. Realizing that this is not a bear as he initially thought, the man becomes alarmed and decides to flee from the area. What the creature was doing remains a mystery. The encounter certainly raises questions and adds an element of intrigue and uncertainty to the forest adventure. Bigfoot sightings are typically associated with deep, dense forests or bushes and are often reported during nighttime. However, in this video, a user reported to the local police that they witnessed an unidentified creature, possibly a Bigfoot, on the edge of a forest near a trail track. In the video, we can observe a dark, bear-like creature sitting beside a tree near a trail track. The creature remains seated for a while, and the cameraman, filled with fear, continues to record the unsettling scene. After some time, the creature stands up and appears to wave at the cameraman, which sends the camera person running away in fear. What sets this encounter apart is that the creature doesn't resemble a bear, ape, or gorilla. Its behavior, especially sitting near the trail track, adds an eerie aspect to the encounter, as if it were waiting for someone to pass by. This video, although quite old and posted on a Facebook account from 2014, showcases a fascinating encounter with the legendary Bigfoot. The video is taken from inside a car, driving along a forest road. Right from the start, we catch a glimpse of a dark humanoid creature covered in dark fur as it crosses the road. The creature's size and overall appearance are substantial, and it disappears behind a tree shortly after crossing the road. The creature appears to be walking in a relaxed and casual manner, seemingly unaware of the approaching vehicle. Unfortunately, the video's quality is quite low, making it difficult to discern specific facial details of the creature. However, based on its body and fur, it strongly resembles the description of a Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this? This video was filmed in an Ohio forest back in 2013 and claims to capture a sighting of a Sasquatch. The video begins with a view of forest rain, and it appears that tourists have sought shelter in a specific location. As the camera person raises their camera, it captures a figure in the distance walking through the woods. The figure in question is tall and exhibits a body form that appears to be a mixture of a human and an ape. It's visible for a brief moment before it vanishes once again. According to the uploader of the video, they have seen this creature before, and when they attempted to record it, it mysteriously disappeared. This suggests the possibility that this Bigfoot or Sasquatch-like creature may be following or stalking them. The encounter is undeniably terrifying that you might think twice about going on an adventure in that Ohio forest. In this trail camera video, we witness something not many people get to see. As a deer is scratching its head with its hind leg, after a little head shake, the unexpected occurs. The deer's antlers simply fall off its head. It's a surprising sight to behold, and the deer promptly runs away. Once the deer has left the scene, we're left with the antlers lying on the ground. Quite a sight to be caught on a trail camera. This TikTok video was shared by the user Eisen, who claimed to have witnessed a peculiar sight in the sky. In the video, there's a distinctive bluish glowing mist visible in the nighttime sky. What makes it even more intriguing is that this mist is clearly observable from the ground, and it's captured in the video. But that's not the only intriguing aspect. As the camera zooms in, we can discern lights emanating from something up there. One of these lights shines brightly, while the others are somewhat dimmer. While it's conceivable that these lights could be attributed to Elon Musk's Starlink satellites, the presence of the unexplained bluish mist around them remains a mystery. You can also sense the amazement and astonishment in the person recording the video, which is entirely understandable.
Hey, what the?
If I were to witness such a phenomenon in the night sky outside my house, I'd likely react in a similar manner. Natural disasters can indeed be terrifying and unnerving to witness, especially when they unfold right before your eyes. This particular video, recorded by a user named Ab15Arizona, depicts a fast and ferocious tornado wreaking havoc and destroying houses. In the video, we can see the person behind the camera capturing tornado in the foreground, while in the background, the sounds of their family's fear and distress can also be heard.
Right there! It's coming for you! Stay over that way.
The tornado is undeniably dangerous, tearing through houses and reducing them to debris. Thankfully, in this instance, the tornado was moving sideways and not directly toward the person recording. Had it been moving in their direction, we might not have seen this video at all. Also, a tip for you guys. It's essential to remember that when facing a tornado, if it appears stationary or not moving away, the safest course of action is to retreat in the opposite direction, because the tornado is coming straight towards you. Spirits and ghosts are often associated with cemeteries, but they are also believed to appear in various locations, including busy roads. In this video from Waiganai suburb, Papua New Guinea, captured by a road camera, we witness a car passing a signal on the road. After the car passes, an unusual transparent or smoky figure materializes on the side of the road near the signal. This spectral figure then begins to move, and as it does, it starts hovering before eventually ascending into the sky. Locals from the Waiganai suburb have reportedly encountered such sightings frequently in the area, particularly at night. The nature of this figure remains open to interpretation. Some might consider it a spirit or ghost of someone, while others might attribute it to a potential camera malfunction. Superman is a well-known fictional character who can fly in the sky, but have you ever witnessed a super spirit? This video was captured by a home security gate camera, and it shows a luminous figure rapidly ascending through the frame and into the sky. The figure emits a glowing white light, and upon closer inspection of the video, you can discern what appear to be legs and a hand raised, resembling Superman in flight. Some might suggest that it could be a bug, and that's a possibility. However, what makes this sighting particularly unusual is the way it continues to emit a glow even in broad daylight. If this is indeed a new species of glowing bugs or insects, it would certainly be an intriguing discovery. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Being stared at or feeling someone lurking can be an eerie and unsettling experience on its own. But when you're unsure whether the thing staring at you is real or not, it adds an extra layer of fear. In this video, an explorer makes a creepy discovery while hiking in the mountains. They come across a small opening, and inside, they find a face constructed from stones, seemingly staring back at them. What makes it even creepier is that the face appears to be smiling, and there is a whole dark vibe about that smile. Also, there's a strange transformation noted by some viewers. At the beginning of the video, the face might not have been smiling, but as the camera zooms in, it seems to smile directly at the camera. This experience is truly chilling, especially considering it's in a remote mountain area where it's unlikely someone created the face for tourist purposes. Trail cameras and Bigfoot sightings often go hand in hand, leaving us wondering whether these legendary creatures truly exist. In this trail cam footage, we can see a dark black figure lurking behind a tree, attempting to remain hidden from the trail camera's view. However, after some time, it approaches a bit close to the camera, allowing us to discern some of its features. The creature appears to be covered in a thick coat of black hair, and its overall shape resembles that of a classic Bigfoot. Moreover, since we can only see its upper body frame, it's evident that the creature is quite wide and towering in stature. So, what do you think this creature was? Was it merely a buffed up gorilla or a genuine sighting of the mighty Bigfoot? While hiking in the forest, it's essential to be aware of potential animal predators to ensure your safety. However, what about trees? Can they host such things? In this video, captured by a hiker on a forest trail in Canada, we can see a figure that resembles a human standing on top of a tree in the distance. This figure appears to maintain its balance effortlessly, without the need for hand support. It moves around, and it has human-like features, including skinny arms, a head that resembles a human shape, and long hair. People who have viewed this video have suggested that it might be an experienced tree climber, possibly a local forest resident. Nevertheless, the ease with which this figure stands on the tree is both unsettling and remarkable. It raises questions about the potential presence of skilled climbers in the forest canopy and adds an intriguing layer of mystery to the wilderness. This video was posted on Facebook by a user named Aristo, who was convinced that he had captured Bigfoot on his camera. The video starts with the cameraman running and breathing heavily, as if he had spotted something in the woods and was either trying to capture it on camera or possibly even running from it. After a moment, the cameraman stops and focuses his camera on the distance, revealing a massive dark black creature that resembles an ape making its way through the bushes. This confirms that the cameraman was indeed chasing after this creature. As the cameraman moves a bit closer, he captures another glimpse of this creature, and this time we see it standing upright. Its posture is unlike that of a gorilla, more reminiscent of a human. It's also quite tall and has long arms. Nevertheless, I want to believe that it was indeed an ape or a gorilla. Otherwise, my fear whispers that it must be Bigfoot. This video takes us to the Philippines, where locals are gathered around a creature perched on a store roof during the night. As one of the locals shines a flashlight on the cryptid, we get a glimpse of its truly terrifying features. The creature has a human-like body and facial features, but the way it is hunched on the roof is incredibly eerie and sends shivers down one's spine. This menacing creature appears to be possibly lurking for something. What's particularly strange is that in the street beside the store, people are casually walking by as if they are unaware of the lurking cryptid's presence. Additionally, towards the end of the video, the locals recording it seem to be laughing. The laughter could be interpreted in different ways. It might suggest that this encounter is fake or a prank staged by them. Whales are truly magnificent creatures due to their immense size, but encountering these majestic yet potentially menacing animals up close can be a nightmare experience. In this video, recorded by a fisherman, we witness a dramatic encounter with a killer whale. In the video, as the fisherman boat moves forward, the cameraman spots a killer whale approaching their way. He begins to warn others on the boat about the possibility of the whale leaping toward them.
Hey, it's coming this way. Let it jump on us.
Suddenly, the worst-case scenario happens.
Ah! Go!
As the killer whale launches an attack on their boat. The impact causes the boat to wobble and shake, leaving the cameramen also shaken. After regaining their composure and stability, the people on the boat start shouting at the driver to speed up and drive them away from the area.
Go! 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 Go!
The sheer fear in their voices is real as they implore the driver to leave immediately. As the boat retreats and gains distance, they can still see the fin of the killer whale pursuing them. Thankfully, the fin eventually disappears, and they escape unhurt. It's a relief that the boat didn't flip during the killer whale's attack, as that could have put them in a deadly situation. This brief video has been circulating on the internet, featuring a homeowner capturing a terrifying sight on their home camera. In the video, we observe a tricycle in a hallway, moving seemingly on its own. What makes it eerie is the slow and deliberate pace at which the tricycle's pedals move. The tricycle continues in the same direction at the same pace until it finally tips over. Also, the hall appears to be empty, with no one present. While tricycles can move on their own under certain conditions, such as a sloped angle floor or wind. In this case, it was on a level floor in a closed building with no apparent air circulation. This leaves us with the mystery of whether this was just a random occurrence, or if there might be a paranormal explanation, such as a child ghost riding the tricycle. The video raises intriguing questions and adds an element of the unexplained to the situation. Driving on a desolate nighttime road can be an invitation for a creepy encounter, and this family experienced just that. In this video, we witness a desolate road with the car's headlights illuminating a terrifying cryptid figure hunched over on the road. The figure's creepy and horrifying body shape is visible, with long, skinny arms, a humanoid body that appears to be bent backward, and long hair. This terrifying cryptid stands motionless, right in the middle of the road. The family in the car had a dangerous encounter on their hands, as the cryptid was blocking their path. Trying to pass it from the side could have resulted in an attack. However, rather than quickly driving away from this ominous presence, the family inexplicably remained in their car, recording the scary cryptid. Dogs do all kinds of strange things that we humans don't quite understand, including their ability to sense things we may not see or explain. This video comes from India, where we witness a dog entering a home's gallery. The dog then approaches what appears to be a mat or a hanging piece of metal mesh and curiously hits it with its paw, and as it does so, the dog becomes frightened by a transparent smoky figure that seems to emerge from it. While it's unlikely that this figure is a ghost or anything supernatural, it's possible that the dog's pawing at the mat stirred up some dust or particles, creating the illusion of a smoky form. What's intriguing, however, is the significant amount of dust that seems to emerge from the mat with just a light paw tap, making it a bit unusual. This TikTok video was posted by a user who stumbled upon a strange blue light in the ocean. In the video, we can see the water's surface is illuminated with a strange yet mesmerizing blue glow. It's not any kind of paranormal phenomenon and is known as plankton lights. These lights occur due to bioluminescence in the water, often caused by an algae bloom of plankton. However, the mysterious aspect of this video isn't the plankton lights themselves. As the people recording the video get closer to the plankton lights, a shadowy figure can be seen in the water. The figure's silhouette resembles that of a human, or more precisely, a mermaid. It's only visible for a brief moment, but it's undeniably eerie. While it's possible that the appearance of this shadow is a result of the way low waves interact with light and can play tricks on the eyes, the lingering question remains: what if it's not just an eye illusion? This video comes from a security cam at an undisclosed police station, and it captures a rather unsettling scene. In the video, the entrance hall of the police station appears to be empty. However, after a moment, a smoky, translucent figure materializes behind the glass door. This mysterious figure proceeds to move toward the center of the door and then opens it. But as the door swings open, the figure vanishes. The appearance of this figure suggests that it could be a ghost or a spirit, possibly that of a child due to its relatively low height. The idea of encountering an unknown entity in this manner is certainly spine-chilling. Nonetheless, given that this is a police station, one might assume that they are equipped to handle such paranormal encounters. This video comes from Russia, and the uploader claims to have captured a sighting of a Russian Yeti. In the video, we can see the uploader driving along a snowy road at nighttime. As he continues driving, a tall, white figure suddenly crosses the road ahead of the car. This figure appears to be sprinting across the road, prompting the driver to stop the car and contemplate what they've just witnessed. Upon closer examination of the slowed-down video, it becomes apparent that the figure has white fur and is relatively tall in comparison to the distance it was seen from. It moved swiftly and disappeared in an instant. Also, Russia is known for its numerous reported Yeti sightings, so this video may be another addition to that intriguing Yeti sighting. What do you think about this mysterious figure? This video, uploaded by Discovery, appears to have captured the sighting of a megalodon in the ocean. In the video, a show host discusses with a guest who claims to have spotted a large sea creature on Google Earth in the ocean.
Agent who was studying the swarm noticed something out in the water.
Okay, kind of a speck.
Yeah, well, at this resolution, it's a speck. When they zoomed in, though, they got this.
It's a little fuzzy, but I'd say that's a shark.
They analyze a zoomed-in satellite photo of this enormous creature. Even from a considerable distance, it appears to be quite massive. To emphasize the creature's size, they show another image taken by the same satellite, zoomed in to the same extent. In this second image, school buses can be seen for comparison. And even these buses looked tiny. When these bus photos are placed next to the creature spotted in the water, it becomes evident just how large the creature is. The guest estimates that the sea creature is at least 70 feet or possibly even larger in size. The show host, somewhat skeptical, asks the guest if it's the same creature that was spotted in another part of the ocean earlier. The guest suggests that it's possible, as great white sharks are known to travel long distances, so these creatures could do the same. All these facts indeed point toward the possibility that this may have been a megalodon sighting, potentially millions of years after it was believed to have gone extinct. The video comes from a homeowner who, one night, heard strange noises coming from the woods outside his house. His dog was also agitated, continuously barking. Curiosity and concern led him to take his dog outside to investigate, and what they witnessed was truly terrifying. In the video, the owner shines a flashlight into the woods as his dog investigates. However, in the background, there are two pairs of eerie eyes lurking in the darkness. These eyes remain perfectly still, unnoticed even by the vigilant dog. It appears that the eyes become aware of the owner noticing them, prompting both pairs to briefly hide. But when the dog eventually leaves, and the owner shines his light again, the lurking and stalking eyes reappear. This unsettling encounter raises questions about what these lurking and stalking beings might be. It's indeed a situation that calls for caution and possibly involving law enforcement to investigate further, as checking them alone could be an invitation to a bad encounter. Some people believe we might be living in a big simulation, and sometimes they say glitches happen, like what's in this video. In the video, there's a deer just casually hanging out near a tree. But here's the strange part. When the deer turns its head to one side, we suddenly see another head looking the opposite way. It's like there's one body but two heads on this deer. Now, you might think it's just a coincidence. Maybe another deer is in front and hidden from the camera. But as the deer moves a bit, we don't see any other deer in front of it or anywhere near it. It's all by itself, munching on grass. And the way those two heads move together, that's a bit odd too. So what's going on here? Was it really a glitch in our supposed simulation? That's the mystery. This eerie video, posted on Instagram by a user named Conspire, captures a mysterious and unsettling incident in an Irish school hallway at night. Initially, the hallway appears empty and locked. However, as the video begins, a loud bang is heard, followed by rumbling noises reminiscent of furniture being dragged. The series of inexplicable events continues as a bag falls from the top of lockers to the ground. A board detaches itself from the wall and crashes to the floor, and a chair, partially visible in the corner of the camera's view, moves on its own before slowly dragging itself towards the other side. However, no human beings can be seen anywhere in the video. The level of activity and the apparent aggression of these paranormal events make this encounter exceptionally unsettling. One can only imagine the reaction of the students and staff upon seeing these inexplicable and ghostly occurrences happening in their own school. In this video, we see a trucker from Arizona who had a rather eerie encounter while driving on a dark highway. As the video unfolds, the trucker is cruising along the highway late at night. However, something unusual catches their attention. A figure standing completely still right on the side of the road still. This figure appears to have a human-like shape, but it's just standing there on the road of the highway in the dead of night. It's quite puzzling why someone would be in such a place at that hour. It also seems as if this mysterious figure materialized out of thin air in front of the driver, although the darkness makes it difficult to say for certain. Regardless, the trucker made a wise decision not to stop and instead kept driving past the mysterious figure. Encountering mysterious and potentially unknown creatures in the depths of the forest can indeed be a spine-chilling experience. In such cases, it's important to prioritize safety and exercise caution. In this video, a lost hiker unintentionally wanders deep into the dense woods. While recording his journey, he hears a creepy noise up ahead. He points his camera in that direction and is shocked to see a terrifying creature lurking in the dark woods.
Oh my God.
This creature is really tall and it's staring right at the hiker through the camera. When the creature realizes that it's been noticed, the creature suddenly disappears into the darkness. The video quality isn't great, and it's challenging to make out specific details. But we can make out that the creature was tall and had a human-like body shape. Encountering such a huge and terrifying creature, lurking and watching, is really bone-chilling. It reminds us that the forest hides many unknown and frightening secrets. Amidst numerous Bigfoot sightings, the elusive creature's chilling face has rarely been captured up close. In this video, recorded by an adventurer exploring a forest at night, we are taken on a tense journey. As the adventurer uses his camera flash to illuminate the surroundings, he zooms in on a figure standing in the distance. What comes into focus is a horrifying and spine-tingling sight. A creepy and eerie creature staring directly back at us. The creature's unsettling face is characterized by an unsettling wild grin with two lifeless eyes that only intensify its cryptic aura. As the adventurer notices this creature and calls out, it swiftly runs away. The creature's size and physical appearance strongly resemble that of a Bigfoot, and the uploader himself believes it to be one. Regardless of its identity, encountering such a creature firsthand is an undeniably hair-raising experience. This video is from a home security camera from a Florida house. In the footage, we can witness a humanoid figure with ghostly characteristics calmly strolling. The figure appears slightly hunched, as if it's on a mission to find something or someone. Its entire body lacks any fur, and it moves in an eerie and unsettling manner. The residents in the area have also reported similar incidents happening before, leading them to believe that this figure or creature comes from the nearby forest and messes with their trash bins. However, the big mystery is, what was this creature searching for? Was it on the hunt for its next meal, or simply wandering around the neighborhood with an unknown purpose? A homeowner was startled by eerie screeching sounds coming from outside his house. Curiosity led him to investigate the source, but what he discovered was nothing short of a nightmare. In the video, the view showed dark bushes, and as the homeowner moved the camera, he noticed a distant figure within the bushes lurking. This figure had a humanoid shape with an alien-like head. The creature remained motionless, fixating a chilling and unsettling gaze upon the camera. The sheer terror emanating from its eyes sent shivers down the homeowner's spine. Overwhelmed by fear, the homeowner shouted at the creature,
"What do you want?"
In response, the enigmatic being retreated into the bushes, disappearing from sight. What exactly was this humanoid figure? Was it an extraterrestrial being? Or could it have been something even more sinister and dreadful? A TikTok user by the name of Cryptid University claimed to have captured footage of Bigfoot lurking in the woods. In the video, an elk is calmly grazing and going about its business, nothing out of the ordinary at first glance. However, when we zoom in on the background, we can discern some intriguing details. White or gray hair and certain facial features of a figure hidden in the woods. What's particularly eerie about this encounter is that the creature in the background is incredibly stealthy. Even though elk are known for their sensitivity to noise, they don't seem to detect this mysterious figure's movements. Additionally, judging by its size compared to the surrounding trees, it appears to be quite large. The question that arises is the creature's intent in stalking the elk. Is it merely observing the elk out of curiosity? Or does it have more sinister motives, possibly considering the elk as its next potential meal? A Russian family was on their way home, driving along a forest road, when they noticed something unusual in the woods and decided to start recording. In the video, the family appeared visibly distressed, and their voices reflected their anxiety as they spotted a mysterious creature in the forest. This creature had a striking resemblance to an ape or a gorilla, covered in thick, dark black fur, and is casually moving through the woods. What made this encounter even more intriguing was the fact that, as local residents, the family had never come across such a creature in the forest before. It marked their first sighting of such an unusual being for the area. While they believed it might have been a Bigfoot, the low quality of the video and the distance from which it was recorded made it challenging to definitively identify the creature, regardless of its true identity. Thank God that the family wisely chose to remain inside their car, avoiding any potential danger or interaction with the enigmatic forest dweller. This video comes from a hiker who was out in the wilderness, initially thinking that a bear was stalking him. Concerned about his safety, he began recording the situation. However, when he zoomed in and focused on what he believed to be the bear, he discovered something entirely different. The creature in question wasn't a bear at all. It was a strange hybrid, appearing to be a combination of a humanoid and an ape. This peculiar being stood motionless, fixating a lifeless gaze upon the hiker. What made this encounter even creepier was the hiker's isolation. He was all alone in the wilderness, and had the creature decided to pursue him, he would have been defenseless. The creature's entire body was covered in dark black fur, resembling the description often associated with Bigfoot. However, the motives behind this Bigfoot-like creature's interest in the hiker remained a mystery. This trail camera footage dates back to 2016 and is believed to capture a sighting of Bigfoot. In the video, a hairy creature stands in front of the trail camera, completely blocking the frame. It displays long brown fur covering its body and seems to be interacting with the trail camera. Some individuals seeing this video have suggested that this might have been an orangutan or a bear, driven by curiosity about the camera. While orangutans do have a similar brownish coat, there are notable differences. So if it is a known animal, it will most likely be a bear. The creature in the video has notably bulky and wide limbs. It could be the hind legs of a bear standing up, although it still looks a bit strange to be that. So, what could it have been? Some speculate that this might indeed be a legendary Bigfoot, a creature often associated with such sightings due to its elusive nature and large, hairy appearance. However, as with many cryptid sightings, conclusive evidence remains elusive. In this video, a group of individuals initially focuses their camera on something unusual in a distant field from their car. As the camera zooms in, it becomes evident that the object in question is not a stationary item like a stone, but rather a living creature in motion. This creature appears entirely black and is covered in a thick coat of black hair all over its body. What stands out is its massive body frame and the way it walks, resembling a humanoid figure. The intriguing aspect is that this sighting occurs in a remote location, with a jungle situated above the field. This suggests the possibility that the creature might have emerged from the jungle and is now returning to it. All the characteristics and behavior seen in the video align with the typical descriptions associated with Bigfoot sightings. It's worth noting that Bigfoot legends usually depict the creature residing deep within forests, far from human civilization. However, this video challenges that assumption, suggesting that Bigfoot could potentially also can venture into open fields. Often, encounters with ghosts and spirits are commonly associated with security or trail cameras. However, Have you ever witnessed a spirit during a live TV show? In a video featuring English television presenter and journalist James May hosting a program called Our Man in Italy, something intriguing was noticed by viewers in the background. While James May was sharing his forest travel experiences with the camera, an eerie humanoid transparent figure seemed to materialize out of nowhere and then dissolve in the same manner. Additionally, in another scene, this same figure appeared and then promptly disappeared. Initially, many viewers presumed it to be an editing mistake, but a significant number of them are convinced that what they witnessed was an authentic sighting of a ghost or spirit during a live television broadcast. The final verdict, however, I leave it for you, the viewers, to decide. This video comes from Indonesia, where the camera captures a scene atop a hill. In this footage, a figure emerges on the edge and appears to be moving casually. We can also hear the unease in the local people who are standing by, witnessing this unsettling sight. Locals mentioned that they've encountered this mysterious creature on multiple occasions during the night, but this was the first daytime sighting, and it was on the hill's edge. From a distance, this creature resembles a massive, dark-skinned being, and it seems to lack legs, appearing to slide its lower body along the ground. Regrettably, the video is quite brief, and the creature disappears after a few seconds. Consequently, we can't determine the precise identity of the creature we observed. Nevertheless, whatever it may be, it is undeniably eerie. An eagerly anticipated family forest outing turned nightmarish when they were startled by a distant, menacing growl. Fear and distress gripped the woman and children, while the man behind the camera tried to calm them and identify the source of the growl. In the midst of this tension, the man briefly captured a dark figure emerging from nearby bushes before it vanished. His own fearful yell prompted a terrifying growl from the creature, which then began to move. The children, seeing this, cried in fear. However, the father deserves credit for comforting his terrified children. The creature bore a resemblance to Bigfoot upon closer inspection, a massive humanoid figure. Whether it was truly Bigfoot or not, its hostile and agitated demeanor, especially in such close proximity to the family, was deeply unsettling. Witnessing animal rescues is among the most heartwarming moments, and we owe our gratitude to these individuals for allowing us to experience such heartwarming scenes. In the video, we see a deer trapped in a snowy landscape, seemingly frozen in place. The poor creature appears entirely immobile, with its body rigid and unable to move. Our heroes step in to rescue the deer, starting by providing it with warmth to ease its frozen state. They then carefully clear away the snow that has accumulated around its mouth and nose, ensuring it can breathe freely once more. Once the snow is removed, the deer regains its freedom and, after a while, finds its ability to walk again. Our heroes release it back into the wild. While this video is heartwarming, it's impossible to ignore the fear and distress that the deer must have felt while trapped in that frozen environment, with snow covering its face and making it difficult to breathe and see. This video hails from St. Elmo, Illinois, dating back to 2012. In this footage, a hiker is seen pointing towards a distant object. Over yonder, a tall and massive creature stands motionless. This creature is wrapped in a black covering and possesses a body shape resembling that of a human, complete with limbs and a head. What truly stands out about this creature is its remarkable height. If you take a moment to observe the trees in its vicinity, you'll notice that in comparison, this creature appears to be around 12 to 14 feet tall. Towards the end of the video, this Bigfoot-like creature seems to be startled by something and then abruptly takes off running. Interestingly, the St. Elmo area in Illinois has reported numerous sightings of similar Bigfoot-like creatures. What are your thoughts on this formidable being? You might have come across numerous Bigfoot sightings in forests and hills, but this video presents a rather unique scenario. A Bigfoot-like figure leisurely relaxing and bathing in a lake on Vancouver Island. In the footage, we see a dark figure with a head that appears entirely black, and its shape doesn't quite match what we typically associate with known creatures. While it's possible to consider it might be a gorilla indulging in a daily bath, some notable distinctions come into play. Gorillas are known for their massive shoulders, and this figure doesn't quite exhibit that feature. Moreover, apes and gorillas are not proficient swimmers, and according to the hiker who captured this video, the pond or lake appeared to be quite deep. So, if it wasn't a gorilla or an ape, the question arises, could it possibly be a Bigfoot taking a casual dip in the lake? What do you think? A TikTok user posted a video claiming to have captured an unusual occurrence akin to a glitch in the Matrix. In the video, we see the perspective from a car window showing a bush seemingly engulfed in flames. However, when the camera is moved to the side to record the bush without the car glass window, there is no sign of fire. Yet, when the camera is directed back through the car window, the bush appears to be ablaze once more. The person behind the camera repeats this a few times to rule out any potential camera malfunction or error. This sight is genuinely confusing, and it gives the impression of some sort of mystical or magical phenomenon. Nevertheless, if there is a plausible scientific explanation for this peculiar occurrence, it would be valuable to share it with others in the comments section. This trail camera footage captures an exceptionally large and striking Bigfoot lurking in the woods. In the video, we can see a massive, dark figure moving subtly among the trees. This creature appears to have the typical black fur associated with Bigfoot, and its enormous size is quite striking. A straightforward comparison with a nearby tree highlights the creature's immense size. Just look at the tree's width compared to the sheer bulk of this giant being. Unfortunately, despite the video having relatively good picture quality compared to other Bigfoot sightings, it's still challenging to make out any details of the creature's face due to the darkness in the area where it is located. Nonetheless, the knowledge that such an enormous creature exists is itself a rather unsettling experience. I really enjoy long drives at night, but when I come across footage like this, it makes me reconsider heading out for those nighttime drives. In this video, filmed from inside a car, we spot a sizable object or creature positioned in the middle of the road at some distance ahead. Observing this, the driver slows down the car, both to get a better look at it and to allow this supposed creature some time to move away from the road. However, this enigmatic presence remains stationary and doesn't show any signs of movement. It almost seems as if this entity was simply waiting there for the car to pass by. The video ends before the car actually reaches this mysterious figure, but it leaves me wondering about what might have unfolded as they approached it. This video captures an eerie and unsettling sight in the nighttime. Something peculiar and creepy, situated on a distant tree. The person behind the camera describes this entity as appearing rather aggressive, and even causing the tree to shake slightly. This strange creature possesses a highly unusual body shape and an atypical coloration that doesn't resemble any known living beings. It presents a curious combination of colors, featuring half white and half black, with a hint of brownish hue. The camera person notes that this mysterious entity repeatedly approaches and perches on the tree. However, throughout the entire video, this enigmatic figure remains completely still and stationary. It's possible that it may have become aware of someone recording it and decided to stay still in an attempt to conceal itself. Alternatively, it could be entirely unaware of the person filming it. This video is more amusing and lighthearted than unsettling or scary. It features cunning parents who decide to play a prank on their children during a forest lake adventure. While the kids are enjoying their outdoor escapade, one of them, riding a quad bike, spots something in the woods and in pure fear runs towards their parents, claiming to have seen a Bigfoot in the forest.
Bigfoot! I swear! No!
As the child reaches their parents, the supposed Bigfoot emerges from the forest and starts running towards them. In response, another child also rushes to the parents in fear. However, when the kids notice their parents laughing, they realize it was all a prank, and it turns out their Bigfoot was actually their uncle dressed up in a Bigfoot costume, tricking them for fun. What's even more amusing is that the dog in the video doesn't seem to be too concerned, as it apparently already knew that there was no real threat from a Bigfoot. A video recently surfaced on Facebook, shared by a woman who captioned it as "Massive Bigfoots spotted in my backyard." In the video, we can observe a wintry landscape with a mysterious dark figure resembling Bigfoot lurking and moving along the edge of a forest. This enigmatic creature appears to be of substantial size, and its eerie presence is undeniably unsettling. As it traverses the forest's edge, it eventually disappears from sight. The lady who uploaded this video also made the claim that this shadowy figure has occasionally been following her through the woods, though it was often elusive and not clearly visible during those encounters. This recent sighting marks the first time she has come face to face with this creature, leaving her profoundly shaken and fearful. Considering the circumstances, what course of action should this woman take? Should she promptly vacate her property, or should she attempt to confront this imposing creature? In recent times, it appears that even spirits and ghosts are trying to stay fit and healthy to instill fear in today's generation. In a recent video, we witness a rather unusual occurrence. An exercise machine in an open gym facility is seen moving on its own. Strikingly, there is no one seated on the machine, yet it continues to move as if someone is actively exercising on it. While it's true that such equipment can exhibit minor movements due to various factors, what sets this incident apart is the sustained and uninterrupted motion that persists for a solid 30 seconds in the video. What makes this occurrence even more intriguing is the fact that the force required to move the machine fluidly in this manner seems beyond the influence of common factors like wind or vibrations. This raises the question, could it possibly be a spirit engaging in a workout routine, perhaps honing its spectral strength to further terrify the locals? The depths of both the deep ocean and dense forests have been known to hold mysterious and utterly spine-tingling occurrences. Such an unusual incident was recently captured by a drone camera as it glided above a forest. In the video, we are presented with an overhead view of a densely wooded area, thick with towering trees. Upon closer examination, one particular tree grabs our attention as it violently shakes and appears to be in motion, colliding with its neighboring trees. The drone camera then pans to survey the surrounding trees, revealing that they remain completely still and undisturbed, with no sign of any prevailing wind. Returning its focus to the peculiar tree, it becomes evident that not only is it moving, but it's doing so at a surprisingly swift pace, now noticeably displaced from its original position. Some viewers who have witnessed this enigmatic footage have speculated that it could be a heavy-duty harvester in action, felling and transporting the tree. However, a noteworthy point is that harvesters typically transport trees horizontally, making the vertical movement of this particular tree phenomenon all the more puzzling. This video was released by the police back in 2006, following the disappearance of a hiker in the remote forests of northwestern Alberta, Canada. The mystery surrounding this case remains unsolved to this day. In the video, the hiker is exploring the wilderness of northwestern Alberta. He mentions that the local townspeople had been talking about strange events occurring in the forest.
I'm currently up in the woods due to, well, what the town's been talking about, how there's been some weird occurrences.
As he's talking, a growling, yell-like noise echoes from a distance, sending shivers down the hiker's spine.
Oh God. What?
It's a terrifying sound, and he begins to fear that something aggressive might be nearby. Startled and frightened, the hiker hastily makes a run for it. As he flees, the camera captures the sound of branches snapping under the weight of something moving through the woods. The hiker eventually stops running, but just as he does, that eerie growling noise returns, and he resumes his frantic sprint.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm not like this. Oh, shit, I can't.
Sadly, during his panicked escape, he trips and falls to the ground. As he gasps for breath, the camera points upwards towards the trees. Then, ominous rumbling footsteps can be heard approaching. The video goes dark, and as it does, we're left with the unsettling sound of something breaking. Whether the breaking sound was of branches or something even more chilling, like the hiker's bones, remains a haunting mystery. This video was shared on Facebook by a user named Jade, who was convinced that he had captured a genuine sighting of the legendary Bigfoot. In the video, the camera person pans the camera towards the snowy mountains, and in the distance, a black dot is visible within the woods. According to the cameraman, this dot is none other than the mighty Sasquatch. Upon zooming in on the creature, it becomes apparent that it's quite substantial in size compared to the surrounding trees. This mysterious creature stands at least 13 to 14 feet tall, judging by its height in relation to the trees. Additionally, it sports a thick coat of black fur, a characteristic often associated with Bigfoot sighting. What's particularly eerie is that this Bigfoot seems to be simply standing there, waiting for something or someone. This discovery has left local residents with a newfound awareness that something enigmatic and potentially intimidating shares their environment. Security cameras are installed to provide a comforting sense of safety and peace of mind for households. However, there are times when these cameras capture scenes that leave us feeling uneasy. In this particular security camera footage, we see an individual standing at the door, seemingly attempting to gain entry. At first glance, it appears to be a naked person with some form of disability, struggling to get inside the house. But as this figure lowers its head, we are confronted with something truly unsettling. The creature's head doesn't resemble anything human. Instead, it looks like the head of a horse. This mysterious entity stands upright on two legs, possesses a slender body, and oddly jointed arms. The truly unsettling question here is its intent in trying to enter the house. I don't want to think about what might have occurred had the homeowner decided to let this cryptid creature inside. Encountering cryptids and strange creatures is scary enough, but being stalked by one through the woods at night takes fear to a whole new level. This video features a couple recording the nearby woods after hearing strange noises emanating from them.
It's not showing up on camera. There it is. There it is.
There
What
it
is
is.
it? Oh, there's a bunch of them. What are they? They're blinking, y'all.
Yeah, I see his eyes right there.
Glenn! Glenn!
You see that?
What is that?
When they shine their flashlight towards the source of the noise, they are met with a truly terrifying sight. A pair of eyes staring back at them, blinking eerily. Even their dog senses the unholy presence of this stalking creature hidden in the woods. The stalking eyes move up and down, as if a creepy creature is tilting its head. Some speculate it could be a skinwalker, disguising itself as an animal to stalk humans as potential prey. What do you think it was? Was it just an ordinary animal? Or could it have been something far more sinister? Albinism is indeed a rare occurrence in both humans and animals, but as unusual as it is, it can also be incredibly beautiful and fascinating. This trail camera footage captured a truly rare sight of an albino white deer. At the beginning of the video, we see two turkeys casually strolling across a fallen tree. Then, after a while, something truly majestic appears on the scene. A rare white deer. This deer is as white as freshly fallen snow and peacefully grazing on the ground. To put into perspective just how uncommon it is to encounter an albino deer, it's estimated that there's only a 1 in 30,000 chance of spotting one. However, as breathtaking as this sight is, many of us hope that this albino deer doesn't face any health complications associated with albinism. When we hear the word crocodile, we often picture a fearsome yet slow and lethargic predator, right? But have you ever witnessed just how fast these beasts can be? This video was captured by a wildlife photographer while he was documenting a crocodile emerging from a lake. Suddenly, the crocodile launches a lightning-fast attack towards him. This attack was remarkably swift and agile, but fortunately, the man managed to retreat to safety. It was an incredibly close and terrifying encounter, as he was in very close proximity to this formidable creature. Another noteworthy aspect is that when the man retreated, he found himself stuck in the bushes behind him. If the crocodile had decided to pursue, it could have been quite dire for him. Despite their massive size, crocodiles are capable of sprinting very swiftly, albeit only for short distances. This video was shared by a hiker who claimed to have encountered something unusual in the forest. In the video, the hiker zooms in on an object in the distance. As the camera zooms in, we can see a black figure standing there, resembling a creature. This creature is covered in black fur, and its features are somewhat obscured due to the dense forest. Some may argue that it could be an ape or a gorilla, given the similar coat of fur. However, what sets this creature apart is its size. You can clearly see its upper body and legs, and observe the considerable distance between them. This suggests that the creature is quite massive and stands tall. Unfortunately, due to the dense tree cover, we are unable to get a clearer view of this Bigfoot-like creature. We all enjoy watching wrestlers engage in tough competitions, but have you ever witnessed a man wrestling with a python? This video begins with a python launching an attack on a man, and he skillfully evades the python's wide-open mouth. With impressive agility, the man seizes the python by its neck, all while the python continues its attempts to bite him. Once he gains control of the python's neck, he showcases his wrestling prowess by rolling over the python to establish a better grip. The python is determined to consume the man, but is hindered by the neck hold. What adds to the suspense is that as the man rolls over the python's body, the snake attempts to coil around the man, briefly latching onto his shoulder. However, he manages to evade this and emerges as the clear victor. This encounter was undeniably intense, especially considering how the python was relentlessly trying to take a bite out of the man. Nonetheless, we must commend this brave individual for his remarkable python wrestling skills. Things that our human brains struggle to comprehend often tend to unsettle us. And the same goes for encounters with mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness an unknown creature clinging onto a truck tire, leaving the person recording the video utterly confused. The creature in question has a peculiar appearance. A small body, an exceptionally long and thick neck, a lengthy and slender tail, 2 hind legs and 2 front arms. However, what truly adds to the strangeness is when the camera person zooms in on the creature's face. This creature lacks typical facial features like eyes, ears, or nose. It possesses only a mouth filled with incredibly sharp and intimidating teeth. Curiosity gets the better of the person recording, and they cautiously attempt to touch the creature's mouth with a stick to determine if it's real. To their astonishment, as soon as the stick makes contact, the creature swiftly moves its head with lightning speed, causing a moment of sheer fright. Undeterred, the person approaches the creature again, trying to touch it once more with the stick. This time, the creature reacts by twisting its neck and making a lightning-quick bite at the stick. What are your thoughts on what this mysterious, aggressive creature might have been? This video was shared by a farmer on the Creepy Captures subreddit, where he described his encounter with a strange, naked individual on his farm. However, the comments on the post suggested that this was not an ordinary person, but possibly a skinwalker. In the video, we can see a humanoid creature on all fours, sitting in the distance. This creature is entirely devoid of fur, and its features appear mostly human, except for its weird white skin tone and bald head. The creature moves slightly, but then locks its gaze directly onto the person recording the video. Given that the farm is situated at the edge of a forest, it raises the possibility that this creature could be a skinwalker, venturing out in search of food. However, the lingering question remains, for the skinwalker, does the food mean the farmer? This video takes place in India, where a family was enjoying a forest safari, driving along a forest road. Suddenly, they spot an angry and aggressive tiger emerging from the bushes. The tiger's behavior is quite menacing, and it seems ready to attack. The family urges the driver to leave the area, but he initially believes the tiger will back off. However, the situation takes a terrifying turn when the tiger swiftly charges toward them. Its fierce roaring and the intense look on its face send chills down your spine. The driver shouts and screams back at the tiger in an attempt to scare it away, but the tiger continues to chase them. Thankfully, they were in a sturdy jeep which allowed them to make a narrow escape. It's unsettling to think about what might have happened if they had been on a motorcycle or something less secure. This video captures a genuinely eerie and unsettling ghostly encounter as seen through a home security camera. In the footage, a translucent, smoky figure hovers just above the ground. This mysterious entity moves across the camera's view and then drifts to the side of the house. The smoky apparition has an unusual shape, with discernible features like a head and extended arms. But it remains quite perplexing. While some might suggest it could be smoke from a nearby campfire or something similar, the homeowner has confirmed that there was no fire happening outside at the time. What adds to the disconcerting nature of this sighting is the homeowner's claim of subsequent strange occurrences within the house, such as picture frames falling on their own and lights turning on without any apparent cause. This heartwarming and captivating video showcases a forest fountain designed for wild animals to quench their thirst. In this footage, we witness adorable moments of various animals coming to drink water. To start, a wolf approaches the fountain and takes a drink. Following that, we observe a skunk and a raccoon, both clearly thirsty, as they also partake in the refreshing water from the fountain. Even a small snake makes an appearance, sipping from the fountain. Birds are not left out either. They swoop in to get their share of hydration, with some forming a delightful gathering around the fountain, almost like a pool party. Additionally, there are rare birds that choose to take a bath in the fountain's cool waters. This scene is undeniably heartwarming, and credit goes to the individual who installed this forest fountain, providing these beautiful animals with a source of refreshment during the heat. This video captured a seemingly ordinary night out with their family. However, viewers in the comments section noticed something truly unsettling. In the video, we can see the family enjoying themselves, casually playing on a swing. However, it can be seen that there is something moving in the background. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that this presence is that of a humanoid figure. This figure is entirely devoid of clothing and appears to have a pale white complexion. It crouches in the darkness, lurking and observing the family. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is that the family seems completely unaware of this lurking being in the darkness behind them. Commenters on the video speculated that it might be a skinwalker, as they are notorious for their human-like appearances and secretive, lurking behaviors. What are your thoughts on this unsettling encounter? Trail cameras are truly amazing, as they allow us to witness captivating scenes of wildlife from the safety and comfort of our homes. This heartwarming video features a mother fox carefully surveying her surroundings. Suddenly, a playful and energetic group of adorable fox cubs bursts onto the scene, creating a whirlwind of activity. These agile little foxes dart around with boundless energy, while their vigilant mother remains focused on scanning for any potential threats. Some of the hungry cubs take a break from their antics to feed from their mother, who ensures their safety and protection. Foxes are dedicated protectors of their cubs, and they go to great lengths to keep them out of harm's way. If you happen to encounter a lost fox cub in the forest, it's best to leave it be, as its watchful mother may be nearby. Interfering with a fox cub could lead to an encounter with an understandably protective parent. This video captures the eerie view of a dark and densely wooded forest initially. After a few moments, a mysterious, smoky, transparent figure emerges from the woods and gracefully glides across the camera frame. This enigmatic figure takes on a shape reminiscent of a ghostly demon, as if it's merely wandering through the depths of the forest. The person who uploaded this video mentions that sightings like this are not uncommon in the area, particularly within the forest. Local legends and beliefs suggest that this apparition could be the ghost of a woman who dabbled in dark magic within the forest back in the early 2000s. While some might argue that it could be dust or smoke from a nearby fire caught on camera, the consistent shape maintained by this figure throughout its passage is undeniably strange. Beavers are renowned for their ability to build watertight dams using branches and reeds. But have you ever witnessed a beaver chomping down an entire tree? This video showcases a beaver in the act of gnawing on a tree trunk, and it's nearly finished the job. The tree trunk is being chewed through as if someone were wielding an axe. This illustrates the impressive strength of a beaver's teeth and what they can accomplish with them. Beavers are diligent workers, and what's remarkable is that they don't shy away from nighttime labor. With their persistent efforts, they eventually succeed in toppling the tree. In the video, we also catch sight of another beaver diligently working on another tree trunk, and through the same dedicated effort, it manages to bring down that tree as well. These felled trees will then be put to use by the beavers in constructing the watertight dams they are known for. This video was captured by an explorer who specializes in investigating abandoned houses. As he boldly ventures into a spooky, deserted house, he relies on his flashlight to illuminate and inspect the eerie surroundings. However, something quite startling happens. If you look closely, right behind him, a a ghostly and transparent figure materializes seemingly out of thin air and moves toward him. When this ghostly figure makes contact with him, the man gets a jolt and immediately turns around to see what's behind him. To his surprise, there was none there. Then, in another doorway, the same mysterious figure passes by. While the video quality isn't very high, it's clear that this apparition resembles a spirit of some sort. At the time, the explorer might have dismissed it as a trick of his mind, but upon reviewing the video later, he must have been absolutely shocked by what he had unknowingly encountered in that house. I bet he's having second thoughts about exploring more abandoned houses in the future. Encountering a wholesome animal family can be truly amazing, but when it's a bear family, you better stay safe. In this video, a hiker comes face to face with a mother bear and her two adorable cubs as they approach him. The hiker is visibly frightened by this encounter and carefully steps backward to maintain a safe distance, just in case the bear decides to become aggressive. As he continues to move backward, the mother bear and her cubs persistently follow him. The hiker, recording this tense moment, realizes that the last thing he wants is to stumble or fall, as that could lead to dire consequences. Bears are known to be fiercely protective parents, and if they sense any threat to their cubs, they won't hesitate to defend them, even if it means attacking a perceived intruder. This video, dating back to 2007 in Manitoba, Canada, captures a mysterious and enormous figure in the distance. This figure stands still, and the person recording the video observes it casually. The creature's physical features seem like a blend of a gorilla and a human. Furthermore, it is exceptionally large with long arms, reminiscent of what we associate with Bigfoot. The uploader of the video claims that this could be a Sasquatch, but due to the low quality of the video, it's challenging to make a definitive identification. What do you think this creature might be? Is it possibly a massive ape, or could it truly be the legendary Bigfoot? Exploring the world from an animal's perspective can be quite an adventure. Sometimes it leads us to unexpected and mysterious moments. In this captivating dog cam footage, we catch a glimpse of the wild through the eyes of a dog. At first, everything seems normal as the dog leisurely walks through its natural habitat. But then, something out of the ordinary happens. A colossal and enigmatic figure strides into the camera's view. This figure is covered in jet black fur and stands ominously tall. What makes this encounter even more strange is that the dog doesn't seem to notice this mysterious presence at all. It continues its journey as if nothing extraordinary has occurred. The idea of a potential encounter between Bigfoot and the dog, if the dog were to become aware of it, piques our curiosity. Imagining such a fight in the untamed wilderness is both thrilling and thought-provoking. What truly unsettles the human mind is encountering something it can't explain. Such experiences can leave us in an unsettling state. In this video, we come across a strange creature positioned near the edge of a forest. The video quality isn't great, making it challenging to discern its true form, but looking at it from a distance, it definitely doesn't resemble anything we're familiar with. As the video progresses, this mysterious entity starts to move, revealing its hindquarters. This is where things take a spine-tingling turn. It appears to have human-like legs. What makes it even more unsettling is the way it moves. It doesn't seem to walk, but rather drags itself along. What are your thoughts on what this creature could be? Feel free to share your comments below. This video was captured by a hiker exploring the Canadian Mount Temple, and it showcases a rather peculiar sight. In the footage, we see a dry, rocky mountain landscape with something resembling a shadowy step or presence approaching from a distance. Strangely, this mysterious entity appears to cause the sedimentary rocks on the ground to shift as it moves. As it draws nearer, the backpack lying on the ground appears to react to its presence, and then the enigmatic entity passes by the camera person before disappearing. What's intriguing is that wherever this entity traverses, it seems to lift these sedimentary rocks. I don't believe it's some kind of invisible hobbit or ghost causing this. Instead, it might be something like a small tornado, close to the ground, that's capable of lifting these tiny rocks along its path, because when it approaches the backpack, it appears as though there's a sudden burst of strong wind. A combination of a desolate road cutting through a dense forest at night can certainly set the stage for a spine-chilling encounter, and that's precisely what unfolds in this video. Here, we witness a car navigating a desolate forest road, its headlights piercing through the darkness. However, as the car makes a turn and proceeds forward, something swift darts across the road right in front of the vehicle. Upon closer examination, with slowed down and zoomed in footage, it becomes apparent that this creature bears a striking resemblance to a werewolf, displaying its characteristic physical features. It moves with remarkable speed and possesses a considerable size, vanishing from view in the blink of an eye. What makes this encounter truly hair-raising is the fact that the driver was alone on this isolated road. And as legends go, werewolves are not known for their friendliness towards humans. This video, shared by a Facebook user who goes by the name Colliamed, claims to capture footage of Bigfoot during a camping trip in Alaska's boreal forest. In the video, we see the person behind the camera attempting to conceal themselves while recording a large, dark, and seemingly massive black figure moving in the distance. This enigmatic figure briefly appears in the frame for just a few seconds before disappearing into the woods. Some might argue that it could be a large ape or gorilla, but what sets this being apart is its walking posture. It appears to move in a more humanoid manner rather than the typical gait of a gorilla or ape. Furthermore, the sheer size and massive body frame of this creature seem to align more with the legendary description of Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this intriguing footage? If you have a family member who experiences sleepwalking, you probably know it's usually not a major concern. However, I believe this video might change your perspective. The video was shared by a Reddit user who explained that they were asleep but woke up at 2 in the morning to some noise coming from the kitchen. Curious, they decided to investigate and stumbled upon quite an unsettling scene. In the video, we see a lady in a white dress who turns out to be the person recording's mother. She is sleepwalking, and her actions are somewhat disturbing as she keeps opening and closing the oven. Then, something even more eerie happens. She suddenly stops and an eerie silence fills the room. The person recording calls out to her, but her mother turns her head toward her in a rapid and frightening manner.
Ma?
Experiencing this, the person recording understandably became frightened and rushed away. For me, it's unsettling to think about what might have happened next, whether the mother pursued her or not. This video comes from a trail camera, but it doesn't capture footage of an animal or a bird. Instead, it reveals a naked man crawling through the area. In the video, we can see a figure hunched over in the distance, crawling near the trees. Even from a distance, it's apparent that it's a naked man engaged in this unusual activity. What makes this scene strange and eerie is the mystery surrounding his purpose. Is he a drug addict, possibly under the influence, and wandering through the forest in this manner? Or could he be someone in distress struggling to walk and resorting to crawling in a desperate attempt to seek help? The possibilities are numerous, and we can only speculate. Regardless of the reason, one can only hope that this individual received the assistance or support they might have needed in this peculiar situation. Caves have always held an air of mystery, and many of their secrets remain unexplored to this day. This video, captured by a Russian hiker during their expedition, adds to the intrigue. In the footage, the hiker stumbles upon something inside a cave opening, accompanied by eerie growling sounds emanating from within.
Taşın içinde bir şey var.
The creature in question appears humanoid and reacts to the hiker's voice by looking up, revealing a mouth-like facial feature. Additionally, the figure seems rather dark in color, likely adapted to the low-light environment of the cave. It appears to be quite wary of the torchlight shining upon it. What to make of this creature is a perplexing question. Given the limited information available, it's challenging to draw any definitive conclusions. It could be a natural denizen of the cave adapted to its environment, or it might be an unknown species. Nature often surprises us with its captivating and unexpected phenomena. This video showcases one such intriguing encounter. In the footage, a girl exploring the woods comes across a peculiar-looking branch in the distance. Strangely, this branch appears to take on the shape of a bizarre ape-like creature hanging from it. As the video continues, the girl recording mentions that she felt as though the thing on the branch moved its head.
Oh my god, did it just move? It just moved its head, looked at me, didn't it? Oh my gosh. There's its face right there. Look at his face.
While we might not discern this movement clearly in the video, a closer zoom reveals a genuinely eerie face. This face has discernible eyes and a mouth. The strange presence on the branch could be a product of the forest's creative formations, or it might be a mysterious creature attempting to camouflage itself. Whatever it is, there's no denying its eerie and unsettling nature. A mother posted a video on Facebook explaining that while she was out grocery shopping, her son had taken her phone and recorded himself. The intention was simply to capture some fun moments, but the video ended up revealing something deeply unsettling. In the video, the child is seen happily recording himself. However, as he moves through the hallway and into a room, something truly strange appears. There are a pair of eyes on the ceiling behind him. These eyes emit an eerie, glowing light and convey a sense of dread. Boy continues past without noticing them. Towards the end of his recording, as he sets the phone down to finish, something even more unsettling appears in the corner of the frame. A dark, shadowy figure standing there. What makes this truly creepy is that the boy was alone at home, and his mother had just gone out for a quick trip to the grocery store. It's safe to say that after this experience, the mother might think twice about leaving her child alone in such circumstances. This video comes from Spain and depicts the aftermath of a road accident. In the footage, we can see paramedics and first responders tending to injured individuals scattered around the scene. Additionally, there's a bus that appears to be involved in the accident. Amidst all this commotion, there's an observer lurking in the background, unnoticed by everyone on the scene, but captured by the camera. Upon closer examination, achieved by zooming in and pausing the video, it becomes apparent that this lurker is a humanoid creature, completely naked. Its features bear a resemblance to that of a skinwalker, and it possesses long arms. The unsettling question that arises is, why is this skinwalker there, lurking in the shadows? Is it waiting for someone to become separated from the group so it can pounce, or could it have had some involvement in causing the accident in the first place? The mystery surrounding the presence of this enigmatic creature adds a chilling layer to an already distressing situation. We've witnessed various animals in the wild engage in fights, like lions, deer, or foxes. But have you ever seen two kangaroos going at it with all their might? This video takes us to the kangaroo-filled lands of Australia, where a wildlife photographer captures an intriguing spectacle. In the distance, two kangaroos are seen duking it out, throwing punches with great intensity. They run for a bit and then return to their sparring match. The photographer tries to keep up, but these kangaroos are surprisingly swift, quickly moving away from the scene. It appears to be a fascinating sparring session between these two kangaroos. And it's worth noting that kangaroos are known to engage in such bouts to teach their young ones how to defend themselves. Nature's lessons can be truly captivating. Observing wild animals hunt is indeed a captivating sight, especially when it involves experts like mountain lions. In this video captured by a trail camera, we see a deer peacefully grazing in the grass, unaware of what's about to happen. Suddenly, a pair of glowing eyes sneakily emerges from the side of the bush. It's a mountain lion. With remarkable agility and precision, the mountain lion swiftly pounces at the deer, even though the deer leaps into the air to escape. The mountain lion's well-executed attack, complete with a precise neck bite, ensures its catch. What's truly astonishing is the angle at which the mountain lion launches its attack, resulting in it landing on top of the deer and toppling it mid-air. Instances of such flawless hunting by these magnificent creatures are indeed rare and awe-inspiring to witness. A trail camera captured some intriguing photos of a female Bigfoot strolling through the woods, with a baby Bigfoot firmly clinging to her back. In the initial photo, we can observe the female Bigfoot covered in thick black fur, with what appears to be a small baby head on her back. This female Bigfoot appears quite massive, especially when we compare her size to the trees in the background. In the second close-up picture, we get a clearer look at the baby Bigfoot clinging to her back. When we zoom out a bit, we can see the Bigfoot from behind, and it becomes apparent just how small the baby is in comparison to the adult. Additionally, we can discern some humanoid facial features on the adult Bigfoot. These photos provide a fascinating glimpse into the world of these mysterious creatures and their intriguing family dynamics. A user with the username Muldone posted a video to the creepy subreddit claiming to have captured a spirit on their security camera. In the video, we see the uploader heading somewhere, but in the background, there's a fleeting glimpse of a shadowy figure crossing and then disappearing into thin air. This transparent figure, upon closer look, appears to have a humanoid shape, but is sprinting, smoky, and light. What's particularly strange is that the man doesn't seem to notice it passing by at a close distance from him. There's also a possibility that it could be dust coming out of the man's coat, but the shape it takes is undeniably peculiar and unusual, raising suspicions that it might be something paranormal. This video was uploaded on Facebook by a lady, recounting her recent eerie experiences of sensing an unusual presence in her home. In her quest to understand the source of this unsettling feeling, she decided to review some older security camera footage. What she uncovered left her deeply unnerved. In the video, the lady can be seen leaving her house, but as she exits, something transparent and smoky enters the premises. This figure hovers in the vicinity of the trash bins, then moves toward the door before vanishing. The figure's transparent and smoky appearance is unlike any creature we are familiar with. It's plausible that this mysterious apparition may be the cause of the lady's recent eerie sensations in her home. Given the disconcerting nature of this discovery, it might be wise for her to consider relocating, as it seems that this presence has developed a fondness for residing in her house. Encountering a terrifying creature like Bigfoot when you're with your children is the last thing any parent wants to experience. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to one parent. In the video, we see a parent recording their child as they explore the forest. The child is innocently wandering around, taking in the surroundings. Suddenly, in the background, between the gap of two trees, a massive figure can be seen passing by. Strangely, neither the parent nor the child seem to notice it during the actual moment, but they discover it after reviewing the footage. Taking a closer look at this Bigfoot-like creature, its enormous size becomes evident. It's truly gigantic, and when we compare it to the nearby trees and the size of the child, the creature appears to be over 18 to 20 feet in height. Fortunately, the Bigfoot didn't seem to notice them. Otherwise, it's hard to imagine what might have occurred. Tornadoes are undeniably one of the most frightening natural occurrences, and a truly terrifying sight like that was captured by a user going by the name Storm Guys. In the video, we can witness the presence of a massive, dark, and formidable tornado dangerously close to the person recording.
There is a tornado, like, right near me. Do you see this? And we're still catching fish.
What's truly astonishing is how this individual remains calm enough to record such a sight while standing in such close proximity to the tornado. The person was seemingly fishing as the tornado loomed nearby, displaying remarkable composure. The tornado itself appeared colossal and menacing, but fortunately, it didn't cause any damage since it was far from any residential areas. However, one can't help but shudder at the thought of what might have happened if the tornado had shifted its path towards the person recording. Black bears are indeed powerful and formidable creatures in the forest, and witnessing them engage in combat is both terrifying and captivating. In this video, we observe two black bears in a snowy terrain locked in a fierce battle. They rear up on their hind legs and unleash a relentless onslaught on each other, using their claws, mouths, and every means available to gain the upper hand. The intensity of their fight is so immense that it results in nearby branches breaking upon their collisions. However, the video sadly concludes without revealing which of the two bears emerged as the victor. Feel free to share your thoughts on which bear you think had the upper paw in this confrontation. In a video circulating on TikTok, the uploader claims to have captured a real sighting of the legendary Bigfoot while hiking. In the video, we can see a dark figure visible in the distance, surprising the cameraman as he spots it. They zoom in to get a closer look, revealing a creature that appears to be a blend of a human and an ape. This creature is covered in thick black fur and has a wide body frame. What makes it even more eerie is that it stands there, staring directly at the camera, seemingly displeased about being filmed. As for what this creature might be, it's difficult to say definitively. So, it's possible that the TikTok user captured something unusual, but whether it's actually Bigfoot or not remains a mystery. Hiking in the forest is a great way to clear your mind and get rid of the stress and tiredness from daily life. But every now and then, these nature getaways can take a strange and spooky turn. This video was taken by a hiker in the Canadian wilderness. At first, it shows a peaceful view of a lake, and everything seems normal. However, as we zoom in on the video, we can see a bizarre zombie-like figure walking on the opposite side of the lake. This figure is entirely white and has a human-like shape. Its walking is strange and unsettling. What adds to the eerie atmosphere is that this figure disappears into an opening that resembles a cave on the far side of the lake. I have absolutely no desire to find out what might be lurking inside that cave. A man posted a video on Facebook to show his friends why he left his old home, as they were worried about why he moved. In the video, we see an empty basement, and the man recording it seems really scared and cautious of something. Then, as he tries to pick up a rod, it falls and makes a lot of noise, which makes him even more nervous.
Is there in there? Forest. Shit.
After a while, he hears clear footsteps from above, as if someone is running, even though he's alone in the house, and it should be empty. The man decides to go upstairs to check, and as he does, doors start banging loudly in the rooms. It's really intense and scary. Suddenly, the banging gets even louder. And the room right next to where the man is standing starts banging really fast and terrifyingly. He begins to check the doors to find where the banging is coming from. Eventually, he tries to talk to the ghost, saying he's just there to get his things and asking it to let him do that.
Let's have it out, man. I'm leaving. Just let me get my shit and go.
Then, something really frightening happens. As the man goes into the basement, his camera flashlight goes off, and he hears a loud bang from upstairs again.
What the fuck? Hold on. Goddamn camera. Fuck this, I don't have enough light.
Slowly, he checks the stairs to see what's causing the noise, and we see a dark figure passing by the doorway. The video ends there. This video was truly scary and eerie. It shows how a strong ghost presence can be felt in haunted houses. I'm sure his friends now understand why he left that house. In Florida, a group of hikers came across a river in the Ocala forest, and they noticed something unusual crossing it in the distance. This figure had an orange hue, making it initially resemble an orangutan. But as the person recording zoomed in, they discovered it wasn't an orangutan at all. It was a creature that looked like a human. This creature had a slightly hunched posture and a broad body shape. Some people who saw the video think it might be a person dressed up in a Bigfoot costume, which is possible. However, others, based on its features, believe it could actually be the legendary Bigfoot. What do you think about this mysterious creature? Florida is known for having lots of alligators, especially around its lakes and rivers. A guy had a scary encounter when he was out fishing in a Florida forest lake. While he was fishing, he spotted an alligator in the water, which frightened him quite a bit.
Oh my alligator, you scared the piss out of me. Oh. Hey. Holy crap, you are ready to fight.
After a few moments, the alligator was still there and seemed like it might attack the man. To protect himself, the man used the oar from his boat to scare the alligator and keep it away. Eventually, after quite a back and forth fight, the video ends. This was a really scary situation, especially considering that he was in a kayak-like boat that could easily tip over with just one bump from an alligator. And in the water, it's hard to imagine what could have happened to him. In this video, a woman recorded some really strange and eerie screams that were coming from the forest. These screams were quite loud and had an unsettling quality to them. It almost sounded like they were coming from multiple creatures at the same time.
What that is.
While it's possible that mountain lions, known for their creepy, human-like screams, could be responsible, there was something different about these screams. They had a deep rumbling quality that was rather unusual. Some people speculate that these sounds might be connected to skinwalkers, beings from folklore known for producing terrifying screams to communicate with other skinwalkers. Thankfully, the woman who was recording the video decided not to go on a detective mission and venture into the forest to investigate the source of the screams. Security cameras are meant to keep us safe, but sometimes they capture strange and unsettling things. There's a video posted by a TikTok account called Paranormal Highway claiming to show a ghostly sighting. In the video, we can see a door, and after a while, the door handle starts to turn. It turns several times as if someone on the other side is trying to open the door. But here's the strange part. There was no one at home during this time. As the doorknob fully turns, the door swings open, and to our surprise, there's no one on the other side. However, the security camera notices a human-like shape and records an outline of a person. This was a really unusual encounter because there shouldn't have been anyone in the house at that moment. It might be a good idea for the homeowner to start thinking about finding another place to stay. This video was shared on the internet by a user named Squatchwatchers, who's dedicated to finding footage of the legendary Sasquatch creature. In the video taken by an unknown hiker, the camera is pointed at the trees in the distance. Suddenly, a huge figure emerges from the woods, and we can see it moving. This creature is very tall and has a big body with thick brown fur. Then, out of nowhere, this massive being stops and seems to notice something, and it starts running back into the forest. The video ends there. The person who recorded the video believes it's Bigfoot and thinks it spotted the camera and ran away. It's quite fascinating to catch a glimpse of these legendary creatures, and this video might just be one of those rare sightings. Hospitals are usually busy during the day, but they can take on a different atmosphere at night. A patient recorded an unusual encounter in their hospital room at night. In the video, it's a children's room, and the bed in front of the patient, who is recording, starts to act strangely. The bed sheets are moving around wildly, even though there's no one on or near the bed. Some might say it's because of a fan, but it's not the usual kind of wind disturbance you'd expect from a fan. Another possibility is that it's a movable fan, but if that were the case, it should be mounted on the wall. At the very beginning of the video, we don't see anything on the wall. So, could it be a child ghost trying to spook the patients? What do you think? This video shows a dramatic encounter between a snake and a woodpecker. In the video's beginning, we witness the woodpecker spotting the snake emerging from a tree and attempting to attack it. However, the snake gets provoked and fights back, delivering a forceful bite to the woodpecker. The bite is so powerful that it paralyzes the unfortunate woodpecker, leaving it struggling for its life. After a few seconds of intense struggle, the snake eventually releases the woodpecker, and the bird falls. We don't see the aftermath of this encounter, but one thing is certain: the woodpecker is likely to succumb to the snake's venom in a matter of minutes. The speed at which the snake attacked is indeed both fascinating and unsettling, making one wonder about the potential consequences if such snakes were to live in the walls of our homes. Jaywalking is typically illegal in most US states and many other countries, and law enforcement can take action against humans who do it. But what if the jaywalker isn't a human? In a traffic light camera video from Mexico, a strange occurrence is captured. On the side of the road, there appears to be a dark, smoky, and transparent figure. This figure doesn't have a solid form and resembles a human shape. After a while, it starts jaywalking, and it looks like a transparent, smoky human taking steps, similar to a living person. It crosses the road and materializes into thin air. Local residents believe that this figure might be the ghost of a boy who was involved in an accident on the same road. They say this ghost now jaywalks on this road every night. It's a mysterious and eerie phenomenon that has left people with many questions, and a haunting story to tell. When we think of deer, we often picture these adorable and peaceful creatures calmly grazing and running around. However, if you've ever witnessed them fighting, your perspective might change. In a video, 2 deer are seen engaged in a fierce battle. Their antlers are tangled, and they're struggling to free themselves. As the camera gets closer, it becomes apparent that there's a trail behind them, suggesting that one of the deer might have been dragging the other for quite a distance. After a strenuous struggle to break free, they both take a moment to rest before resuming their clash. What's unfortunate about these fights is that in the wild, when antlers become stuck like this, it often means that one of the deer will have to shed its antlers, or they could both face a grim fate, trapped together. Some people have a strong belief in real-life superheroes with extraordinary abilities like those seen in movies. In a mysterious video captured by a traffic camera, such a perplexing scene unfolds. Initially, the road appears completely empty, and then suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, a woman mysteriously appears. She's carrying heavy bags, and her manner of walking suggests she's older. So it's puzzling how she could have moved so quickly that even the camera didn't capture her arrival. Some individuals think that there might have been a malfunction with the camera, causing it to momentarily stop and then resume when the lady was already at that point. This explanation could be plausible, especially if there's no visible timestamp in the video. However, if it isn't a technical glitch, it would indeed be fascinating to consider the possibility of humans having teleportation power. This video is really unsettling and looks like something straight out of a nightmare. It was posted on a paranormal encounter subreddit by a user who claims to have recorded a real encounter with a demon. The video begins with the camera focused on a house window in front of the person recording. In the window, we can see 2 glowing eyes staring directly back at the camera from a distance. This creature, or demon, had an unholy gaze and remains completely still. As the camera zooms in, we notice more eerie details, such as the creature being entirely pitch black, even though there is light around it. It reflects no light whatsoever. Additionally, as the video zooms closer, we can see horns on the demon's head. After a while, the creature moves away. Suddenly, as it goes out of sight, there's a loud and rapid banging on the door, and the video ends. What happened after that door banging is still unknown and adds to the mystery. Skinwalkers are known for their ability to take on the disguise of different animals. But have you ever seen one in its true form? This video is captured by a security camera, and right from the start we can see a figure emerging from behind a door. This creature is absolutely terrifying and has human-like features. Its body is completely naked, and it has long, slender arms, just like a skinwalker. What makes this video even creepier is the sinister expression on the skinwalker's face as it lurks and hides, seemingly waiting for someone to approach. It's hard to say what its intentions are, but one thing is for sure, they can't be good. In this video, a man starts recording because he hears his dog barking in the middle of the night. The dog appears to be scared of something or someone. Suddenly, a door in front of the man opens on its own. Frustrated, the man mentions that he's been dealing with this door opening by itself all morning, and he's tired of it.
Lie down. Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. I've been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today.
The man then tries to communicate with the supposed ghost, asking it to stop.
Stop. Hey buddy, I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out.
As he does, the basement light starts blinking on its own. He decides to close the door and places the camera on the counter facing the door. The door opens a couple of times, and the man closes it each time. However, when it opens for the third time, we can see a dark figure standing behind it. This startles the dog, causing it to bark loudly, and the man starts running, which can be heard.
Little buddy.
It appears that this ghost may be residing in the basement and has some plans involving the rest of the house, making the situation quite eerie and unsettling. Toys and stories of ghost possession often go hand in hand, and there was an intriguing encounter recorded in a children's play area. In the video, we can observe a children's riding toy moving all on its own. This is happening at night when everything should be closed. Yet this toy is in motion. It goes in circles, and with each round, its speed increases. The owner of the place mentioned that this was the first time he had ever seen a toy malfunction like this. He added that these toys typically require a key to start, and without it, they shouldn't be able to run. However, this one was moving without any apparent explanation. Could it be a child ghost just wanting to enjoy the toy? It's a possibility that adds a touch of mystery to the situation, making it quite fascinating and spooky at the same time. The ocean is indeed a vast and mysterious place, with much of its depths remaining unexplored despite our technological advancements. Only about 5% of the ocean has been explored, leaving the remaining 95% shrouded in mystery, hiding unexpected and strange creatures. In this video, we see the skeleton of a peculiar creature that washed up on a Romanian beach. It defies our understanding of sea creatures, as it possesses a skull with human-like features, an upper body reminiscent of a human, and a lower body that resembles that of a fish. Its overall appearance gives the impression of a mermaid's corpse. The creature's size is not that of a standard fish, and it appears to have been partially eaten by something else. The idea of another creature feasting on such a mysterious being is indeed intriguing and raises questions about what else might be lurking in the depths of the ocean, waiting to be discovered. This video was shared by a TikTok user, TemZ, and it shows a scene that would terrify any fisherman. In the video, we see a fishing boat out at sea when suddenly a fast and aggressive shark emerges from the water, launching a fierce attack on the boat with its powerful bite. This sudden attack startles the fisherman, who lets out a scream while defending himself by striking the shark with his rowing tool.
Ah! Tiger shark ran me!
Fortunately, after being hit, the shark retreats and leaves the fisherman alone. Sharks are known for their strength and agility, and they can leap out of the water with great force. If this shark had decided to jump and attack, the fisherman might have been its next meal. This encounter serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers lurking in the ocean, giving more reason for caution when venturing into its depths. Natural disasters can be incredibly scary because they're forces of nature beyond human control. In a video shared on TikTok by the user Claudio Villaron, we witnessed the sighting of a meteor entering Earth's atmosphere. This meteor's entry is so powerful and intense that the light it emits makes the night appear as bright as day. Wherever this meteor passed, it cast a brilliant light upon its path. The fortunate aspect of this event is that the meteor didn't actually collide with the Earth. It simply passed through the atmosphere. It's truly unimaginable to think about the potential consequences if such a meteor were to hit our planet directly. It serves as a reminder of the awe-inspiring and sometimes frightening power of the natural world. If you are hungry for more mystery and thrill, click here. Thank you for tuning in.